I'm gonna sit here on mute until there's more than 40 people in here. So I'll see you later, Logic.
Alright. Say less. I'm with it.
If you're here on the stream, my peeps, if you're here on the stream, it's your lucky fucking day. Cause we're live, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'm gonna post this shit. Look at this shit right here. I actually got to turn my notifications off because they're coming on stream. God damn. God damn. God damn. I suppose we pondering Teruses now. I don't know. There's a bunch of shit going down for a Forgotten Universe right now. The motherfuckers is eating donuts daily. Everybody eating donuts. Everybody eating donuts. I had a couple donuts, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Little donuts. I don't know what the fuck this is on my timeline. I had sex with you a lot in my head. That's like, why is this on my timeline? You know what I mean? Fucking hell. And then this Gengar. That's like the contrast. It's beautiful. Anyway, what am I fucking doing? I'm just gonna sit here and play some games until fucking people show up. I won't lie to you. I've also got a bounty board to complete. No thanks. Also got a bounty board to complete. Oh, the Black Myth Wukong is out as well. I need to play that, bro. I need to play that. 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 Bounty boards. Let me see what we gotta do. Let me see. Let me see. Let's go. Already prayed? Because your boy be praying? Ooh, 0.08 for the Mio. I don't think so. I could really use the Mio as like a competitive Axie. Are you fucking shitting me? Why the hell was that so loud? What the fuck was that? Shut up being that loud. Anyway. Yeah, we were waiting for people to pull up right now. Oh, that's not what I wanted to open. Waiting for people to pull up right now. We got 8 in the audience. As soon as this shit... Wait, I gotta make an announcement. Yo, as soon as this motherfucking stage hits over about 40 people, we'll start. So, like, that's where we at. You guys are gonna listen to silence unless we hit more than 40 people. We're live on the stream right now. The stream's higher than here, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're not starting until there's more people. Okay, cool, awesome. Bye. Checking game for updates, you bitch. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Gravity. www. Game
At
version
least we know who
mismatch.
the real ones are. No cap. We got Ghosty, Rizon, Kaizen, Isidroko, Tararuchi, Clarence, Natano, and Trevor. We need Trevor up here, bro. I feel like we haven't had Trevor up in a minute.
The real ones. Yeah, actually, Trevor's, bro. What's been going on with Trev? Yo, I'm trying to play Rag Bomb right now. This shit won't let me play. I don't know. I think I gotta download a new version or some shit.
Yeah, CBT's ending soon, I think.
Come on. There's no update on this. Just says open, but every time I open it, it says you have the wrong version. So, I guess we're not playing it.
You're playing on your phone?
No, this is on LD Player. So I guess it's a rug. It's a rug, a rug, a rug. Oh, update. Okay, awesome. Wow, 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 wow. I fly back to England today, so today is a bit hectic. I actually can't do a long ass fucking show today, so the later we start this, the shorter the whole fucking show in general.
I
We
think we just start it. We'll just get it recorded because we didn't get promo from Ronin account.
those guys suck. I'm joking, but okay then. Oh, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. We got over 20 people in the stream as it is right now, so I'm not gonna bore you motherfuckers to death. Clearly, quite evidently, clearly, we need to work on our promo. We've been working on the back end of the episodes, the recounting of episodes, but have done no work on the promoting of episodes. So if you leave your honest opinion in the chat right now, like, do you just know when a Ronin radio is, so that's why you're here, or like, is there something that like you see on the timeline and it makes you be here? Like, I kind of want to know because we don't do a lot of promo, and I think it is affecting the turnout. Um, Also got to talk about today. I see in the chat, long first thing that I was asked today was energy bottles when. Bro, we're getting rugged. Like, we are getting rugged. Right now, I think Lark has taken a leaf out of our book of rugging. Number one, Lark hasn't accepted friend requests. We're in a group chat with Lark and Nix, but Lark hasn't actually accepted mine or Logic's friend request. So when we're trying to send him this list, and you know what, I'll just fucking share screen, right, so you guys can see it. When I'm trying to send Lark this long ass list, and there's a Google Doc, but this is the list, right? This is a Google Doc, and it's got all of these addresses on it, right? So all this is linked. All this is it's ready to go. Basically, all we need to do is send it to Lark, and then Lumitera can do what they need to do on the back end. I think that it is that much of a hassle for them to have to do this that they're just not trying to receive the list. In all honesty, so we actually have no control over the situation at the moment until we actually have some contact with Lark. So everyone's saying when energy bottles, brother, I don't know. I ain't got no energy bottles. Logic ain't got no energy bottles. Nobody has any energy bottles right now. So we're pretty much waiting on a response from Lark. Trevor said, "I'll take 250." I mean, so at this point, you could take fucking 10,000, but they probably won't turn up. You know, they probably won't turn up. The CBT ends when? Logic? Do we know? Do we have a date?
For Lumi soon, I'm pretty sure. Like, should be ending by next week because I know they're gonna be focusing on Runiverse next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a little
Tomorrow.
announcement. We got an announcing. 24th on Asia. Jesus, it's tomorrow. Okay, well, yeah, you guys
Tomorrow.
like, it's a rug. It's a fucking rug. I can't believe it. I'll talk to Lark, and we better get something that's like for the next CBT. Those guys on that list should just get energy bottles from the jump. But like, at this point, we have no formal contact with Lark. Like, he hasn't responded. I don't know if they're busy, whatever. But yeah, it's just been a tough time. So that's that. That's the energy bottles. Hopefully this gets put out in the recording as well, so I don't have to say this 1,000 fucking times. I spent man hours, bro, like 5 to 6 hours just collecting addresses, and then another like 2 hours putting together the spreadsheet because I didn't realize I could just do a Google fucking sheet or Google form, whatever the fuck it's called. So I am as disappointed as you guys that we haven't got it done because I literally wasted a day doing it. So I will pursue it. I will chase it up to make sure that even if it's not for this period of the CBT. Last week on the show, we got a leak to say that another CBT is definitely coming, and that those who are on the whitelist for this CBT should have access to the next one. Things carry over, yada yada yada. So if that is the case, we'll like my push from here, my position from here is that we talk to Lark. We say, look, we promise community this. You can't fucking rug. Like we rug. Ronin Radio rugs as like a branding, but genuinely we don't want. I never want to rug you lot. All right, so I'll make sure that we'll get some communication going, and hopefully we'll see the end of that, and you guys will get energy bottles. But it's definitely, I'm gonna be real, it's definitely gonna be the next CBT because Lark hasn't responded, and it's like it's 24th when it ends, which is literally 12 hours less. So yeah. Anyway, let's get it on the road, bro. We waited for a little bit for people to show up. We got 30 plus people in the stream right now, and 25 of you in the audience. Bro, just say hello, say hello in the chat. Good morning, hello. It's a fucking fine week. We got a huge week coming up. It's almost the end of August. August has been a fucking sick month for gaming on Ronin. Shit's finally looking up, bro. I check the charts every morning to add to my anxiety and depression a lot of the time. But I checked the charts this morning. I was like, oh shit, okay, we're moving. We're getting somewhere. But honestly, I've not been worried in any way, shape, or form. If anything, this whole month has made me even more confident in what the fuck's going on here on Ronin than any other period of time during this year. It's just felt like, oh, shit's clicking. So it's almost the end of what has been a fantastic month. And how better to end the month than bringing in what is, in my opinion, one of the best game experiences that we've had on Ronin so far. Yes, I'm talking about the donuts, bro. I'm talking about the Runiverse, the wizards. They're out here, man. I'm so gutted that I don't have a wizard. Logic, you about to pull the trigger, right? Or have you pulled the trigger yet? Let's talk about Runiverse. Let's talk about it.
I was going to buy a ring, right? And I've been watching the ring prices for the past week, and the one I wanted just got bought this morning, smiley face, for 1,800 RON. I offered 1,500 RON for it.
Wow.
I think they know.
They pipped you for the 300 RON, bro.
Yeah.
What's floor on rings?
1.9.
1.9.
Yeah. Like almost 3 bands, and I
Fuck
can't. Dude,
me.
I can't. Like, would I rather get a wizard or would I rather get a ring? Right now, I would rather get a ring because I want the game shit, and I want to make sure I'm min-maxing the game. But
lore to me, yeah. To me, lore is more important. So I would go wizard over a ring. I know the ring does enhance game experience for mana purposes, etc. But like for me, lore would just be so much more valuable. But I can't afford a wizard because I'm fucking broke and I don't get paid. So I do get paid by some great people, but I don't know. Anyway, it's coming on Monday. I'm flying home today to the UK, and then I'll be active. I'm supposed to be seeing family, right? These motherfuckers gotta wait because I got games to play come Monday. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to message my family and be like, yo, if you want to see me whilst I'm back in the UK, you gotta come to my house and you gotta come to my room, and arguably you gotta like get 5-minute conversations out of me once every like hour. So priorities. I'm excited though. We got to talk more about the donuts. What the fuck is going on? I'm going to share my screen real quick because the Runiverse website is fucking it's such a W right now. I'm
it's
loving.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's actually amazing. So there's this one game, right? It's not in our chain. I don't know. I'm not gonna say the name, but it was very similar, like questing system too, and also very similar to Moku's questing system. And I really like this sort of stuff. Like this donut shit got me bricked, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, man. Bro, there's a ton. There's a ton of donuts. If you played the CBT, you already have some donuts, which fortunately I do. But there's a variety of donuts here that you can get your hands on. The daily donut is the chocolate sprinkle. You can actually go and claim your daily donuts on this website. You have to connect your socials. So it's pretty similar to like Moku as well. You connect your wallet, connect your Discord, connect your Twitter, your X account, and you'll get breakfast donuts for connecting socials. If you do friend referrals, you'll get slice of bread friend. And the banana donuts were earned in the CBT. So that's like the collection of donuts that most people should have right now. If you look at my donuts right here, of course, you got to fucking log in to do that. Hello, just send me a fucking email and I'll reply to you to fuck off and die. I hope that's okay. But here's my donuts. What the fuck are we talking about? Anyway,
Donuts. Universe.
No. I was
OQ.
it wasn't. I went to my donuts and it told me to sign in again. But here it is
Oh.
anyway. So 4,219 donuts, bro. I got donuts, bro. I'm like a Krispy Kreme franchise right now. I could start shipping them out hot. I'm ready. Put the hot sign on. I'm here. You know what I mean? Look at this. I got 4,000 banana donuts.
Yeah,
But
I just got the breakfast donut, and that actually looks good. I actually might try a breakfast donut.
bro, that's trash. Like, there's no way this is a legitimate donut, right? Like this doesn't
wanna
exist
try
in the real world, bro.
Yeah,
A donut
like,
with eggs and bacon on it.
like a non sweet,
A
honey-glazed
savory.
donut. You know, it just the bread in a circle form, in a donut form, and you just put
Bro,
egg,
sliced
bacon, cheese.
bread is not a real donut. If you want to pick on a donut,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
slice.
yeah. This one. I want to pick on it, but I also the thing is, I have a referral code. You know what? I'm tweeting it out right now, bro. If you use this referral code today and you screenshot using this referral code, I'm gonna give some fucking runaway because that's incentive driving right there. I'm just gonna fucking throw some run at your face, bro. Like I said,
bribe people to use their referral.
I'm bribing, bro. I need bread, fam. Fuck this. Here is my bribe for today.
You want some Ron?
Sign
Use the
up.
referral.
Get Ron thrown at your head top. Thanks. In brackets, screen shot you using the code. There we go.
Alright, bro, for real though, are you getting a wizard or are you getting like?
I'm not, bro. I'm
Why?
so broke. I can't afford it, man. You think I don't want a wizard? I can't afford that. I really can't. Like, where's
Like,
the actual
I'm so
website?
close. I'm so close to like bridging out of Ronin just to get like a quick 0.7 to buy a wizard. Wizard prices also have been going up. I've been using.
Where? Someone send me a link. Send me a link, bro, because I don't know how to get to fucking wizards, bro.
What do you mean? Here,
Send
I'll
me
put
a
it on
link.
Get a warrior.
I mean, I use Forgotten Market. I know there's like an official one, the marketplace.forgotten runes, but I do like Forgotten Market, and this one is community based, and
Yeah.
it grabs from all the marketplaces around. The only thing I don't like about this is the filters are kind of broken on Forgotten Market, so someone needs to go fix that.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that the other day. We was actually in the Forgotten Runiverse Discord the other day, talking about the fact that CBT is coming. All I care about is I get a wizard that has a snake as a pet. That's literally it. That's my barrier to entry is snake pet. I couldn't give a shit about anything else. I'm gonna just write a story about the snake, and not talk about the wizard. So, like, that's my goal
There's
here.
one on the floor.
This brother.
Archmagus Xiao Sheng of the Hollow.
Archmagus Zhao Sheng.
Right
That's
there.
a girl. You think I'm actually like? I'm sorry, but I
You
am.
said you just want a snake, so I just gave you the snake.
Okay, true. Okay, but like, yeah, I don't have breast. You know what I mean? So like, I don't wanna do all that. He's got to be a brother. He's got to be a brother. Like, I want bro to look like this. Look. Shaman. Is it shaman or is it shaman? Am I still wrong with that one?
Shaman.
Fucking terrible. Shaman George of the Sacred Pillars. What a fucking bad boy name. He just ain't got no snake. You know what I mean? The staff could turn into a snake. That could be the law. But I can't like make sure up. But like, I want I want a Dumbledore looking motherfucker with a snake. That's it for me. That's where I'm going. And then even at that point, if I find a Dumbledore looking wizard with a snake, low key, like I'm just not gonna be able to afford him. The thing is, the 3D models really turn me off because like, what is this fucking nose, bro? Like, what is this
I kind
nose?
of like the 3D models.
I
It's
like
like
the 3D models, but I don't. Why is his nose red, bro? You got a cold? Like, is your immune system
he's trying to
low?
be
Like,
Rudolph,
he's
you know?
fucking not a reindeer, bro. It doesn't work. It don't make sense. Look at this guy. This guy's dope. No snake though.
No, no.
No snake
Yo,
though. Anyway,
I'm excited about the OBT, right? It's
yeah.
coming next week.
On Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
What are you thinking? Are you playing while you're at home, or like
Yeah, I
what's
told
the
you, bro.
plans?
I told you I'm not fucking leaving the crib Monday, bro. Like I'm like maybe even a 12-hour grind. Like I promise you, I'm gonna put in the most hours on the first day because I'm gonna have to actually do things throughout the week. So like I just gotta get as much done as I can off the jump. I'm gonna definitely case. This is the one thing I am going to be doing. Right, there's gonna be daily quests in the CBT. Right, they start Monday the 26th, which is when the open beta begins. So I'm gonna assume that over the course of these 13 days, every day there'll be something to do. So I'm going to at least do that. Right, that's gonna be my goal. If I can't get the time to play consistently, all the things that I want to do, I'm just gonna at least go for the daily quests. We actually have new ones out, right? This is coming. Oh, it's coming in a few hours. Okay, so these have been. If you haven't been already unlocking this stuff, you should be doing that. I don't know why. I don't know what we're achieving here. I don't know what the incentive is. What we're trying to accomplish. Maybe it's more donuts, but we have this whole kind of roadmap of things to accomplish on the website. So you can see the dates that they come out. These ones are today at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we gotta wait a little bit of time for that. This one's for Monday. This one's for Monday. So yeah, there's a lot. There's gonna be stuff to do. Of course, I don't know how much bigger the open beta is going to be than the actual first CBT. So a bit of, anticipating that. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. Will it be the same? Will we have to go through that same experience, but we've kept items? Nix is saying in the chat that it's so big and way bigger than the CBT, which is crazy. So yeah, I mean, if that is the case, I'm gonna feel so much FOMO next week. I can already tell. I really can.
Yeah. I think I figured out the loop too, bro. And
Give me the loop. What's your loop?
yeah, I won't gatekeep this time.
Mm.
We can make some mana. Let's just say that. I was talking to
Okay.
Bill Gaines, right? Like when we were in the Discord, like
Mhm.
before you came in, he was talking about how like what the best way is to play the game. And you know that nice little trick that I showed you? I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it here. I don't want to get in trouble,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be heavily
That's what he
involved.
was doing, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro was going to
That's
sleep.
exactly what he was doing. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yo, 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 yo. You have to tell me
Yo.
on DM. You have to
I
tell me
got
on
you. I
DM.
got you. I got you, bro. I won't gatekeep this. I had to gatekeep for
Yeah.
Lumiterra. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like with Lumiterra, because the thing with Lumiterra, I know this is a little bit off topic, but with Lumiterra, it's like you need to be active on the marketplace to be able to actually take advantage of the PvP mechanic of it. And if you show guides on what part of the market you're looking at, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get an oversupply, right? You get an oversupply of something, price goes down, and then you just fucked up your own market.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's I don't know, dude. But it's different, right? For Runiverse. Runiverse is like all about leveling up, doing the quest line. From what I see, it's to get mana, right? So you craft equipment over and over and over. You keep the high roll ones for you to use, the low roll ones you sacrifice, and you get mana. So it's fairly
Yeah.
simple loop in Runiverse.
Well, actually, it was in CBT, right? But let me drop some OBT alpha. Because this time, when we get first of all the mana, when you burn your equipment and your spells, you will get an appropriate number of mana now. So in CBT it was broken, right? But
Yep.
now, like, if you grind hard, you kill the bosses, you get like these drops, and then you sacrifice it. You will get like a good amount of mana, and you use that mana right in the font of memory, right? So the font of
Yep.
memory is a place where you pray and like kind of roll the mana that you've accumulated. Now this time, not only do you like have a chance to get materials, for like equipment and upgrading and crafting, and of course the jackpot is you maybe win a land plot, right? Right now floor of the land plot is 260 to 70 ron or something. If you get lucky you get a settlement which is like 1,500 ron and higher. Now aside from that you also get builders crates, right? So builders crates, these are the new items that you could get, and I'm not gonna say what's inside yet. I'll let let the keep the mystery going for now. But let's just say there are more things to earn, right? In Forgotten Universe this time.
Yeah.
Nice. Builders crates. That reminds me
Alpha.
of like, if you're a builder in your own land, and there's speculation, of course, right? I'm speculating. You don't need to confirm or anything. But I know with land, the more people in your land, the more you'll get out of the gold, I believe. Like there's some sort of like tax sort of thing. And if you're a builder, you obviously want to build on your land. If you build on your land, people come to it, they use your buildings, and
What
you
is it,
get,
like storage or something like that?
yeah, probably like some buildings, right? Like, cause I've been reading the white paper. I've been getting pretty deep into it, and yeah, you want people in your land. You want your land to be active. You want people like participating in it, and it's almost like the Pixels land, like
Yeah, yeah,
when
like
people farm
factions.
on your Pixel land, you get a percentage of what they farm, sort of thing.
Mhm.
I'm
I was gonna say, is it gonna be
speculating
materials
it's
on land, like based on the location or the buildings that you
that's what
build?
I'm speculating, bro. That's
Yeah.
what I'm speculating. So
Okay, so that part I can confirm it. At least like the last part that Gila said. So like where your land is actually where you put your house, right? So let's say you got a land plot in this area in the game called the Fae, right? In the lore, the Fae is like kind of this forest, like mystical forest, right? So if your house or your land plot is there and you put your house in the Fae, you get resources that will only be emitted in that area, right? Versus Gila, if he has like a land plot in this area called the Red Wizard Capital, right? So which is like more of a city and like where the Red Wizard hats kind of like hang out. It's more like kind of like Game Lannisters in Game of Thrones, right? So like the resources there are different from what's in like the Fae, which is the forest, right? So that's like those things will
Oh
eventually
man.
come into.
Yeah. So I
I like
was
that.
I was thinking about it, and I was speculating myself yesterday when we were talking about obviously the CBT coming. So I was on the Mavis Marketplace. I was like, damn, I can't afford a wizard, but I could afford a land plot right now. And yeah, I was looking. I honestly think I resonate so heavily with the yellow wizards. Motherfuckers like to party, and that's pretty much all I need to know. So I was very close to purchasing a yellow wizards land plot. It's in their city. So I was very, very close, but my only hesitation factor was the fact that I didn't know if there was this type of process. But I also, like, you just don't know the true like value of it yet, you know. But I didn't. I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous because if I don't buy this today, and then we get the OBT on Monday, and then suddenly people figure out how advantageous lands are, people are gonna delist. People are gonna probably pump the price up a little bit. Even if you don't have finite details, there's probably like just one aspect that will make people be like, you know what, land is worth having. So maybe 275 RON is a little bit cheap on the price. Let's go to 500, right? Like let's if people want it, let's take advantage of the FOMO and pump the price up. So I'm still kind of hesitant. I think it's the wrong order as well to get
No, don't
things.
buy. Don't
Yeah,
buy, bro.
I think it's the
Because
wrong order to get things, but
yeah, because we have a chance. Like, that's what
Yeah,
this OBT is for. It's like,
yeah.
I know you're gonna be grinding. You're telling me you're gonna grind like 12 hours a day. If
No,
you're
no, no.
grinding that
On the
much,
first
bro.
day. On the first
Oh, on the
day.
first day, I see,
Yeah.
I see. Well, I mean, if you're
that's
still grinding, right? Like you have a chance to get a land,
Hmm.
and that's what's like so attractive to me, and that's why I want to get the ring, right? Because
Yeah.
my game plan was I was gonna get a ring, get the extra mana, get all that extra in-game stuff, and then just
Yeah.
farm and grind hard
Hmm.
and possibly get a land plot. So,
Dude,
I mean, we'll
that
see
is
if
that
it's yeah.
that is the exact play in my opinion. Logic,
Yeah.
100% right? Because one thing, again, just to reiterate, like if you played the CBT, right? For those who played CBD and you're like, yeah, but I got like kind of like low-ish mana and just where it was able to only roll a few times. No, they are fixing now like the formula of like the rare items that you get that you sacrifice, so you do end up getting more mana, meaning you get to actually roll more, meaning you have a higher chance to score a land plot this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some comments in the in the chat where people are saying, "Can I play?" Rallo says, "Can I play this game if I actually have a family?" Unfortunately, Rallo, you have to sacrifice your family for the cult. You gotta blood sacrifice all of them. I'm putting my mom up on Monday. She's gone. It's a sad time, but you know the cult priorities are there. I think it's cult over everything. I think
Yeah.
that's the play. So, you know,
Oh,
sacrifices
yeah, I'm
must be made.
excited.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause I
definitely
actually really
excited,
like
bro.
it. I really like Forgotten Runes, especially when we were playing. I feel like it is more linear, right? Compared to the other experiences that we had, which was a little bit more sandboxy.
Yeah. It's
Forgotten
got that
Runes is definitely
dopamine
more
though, right?
linear.
Like you
Yeah.
level up quite effectively. Like you feel that kind of grind aspect. Um, yeah, I just feel like that dopamine hit was a lot heavier. And like we go back to the CBT when we first played it. I don't think I've played with that many people across the Ronin ecosystem, like in any of the experiences. Obviously, a lot of the experiences are like PvP, 1v1 type of thing, so you don't play with people as such. But like playing with people in this space was definitely a highlight of the last CBT. So excited to see how that will be in this one because it's OBT. There'll be a lot more participants. There's a lot more access for people, browser based, so there's not a lot of restrictions. So it's going to be fun. My question though is like where play? Like where are we going to be? I've got a lot of high hopes for Moki's out here. They're going to be playing. I know I've been hearing them talk about it in Moki's Corner this week. So there's going to be a ton of people playing in there. The actual Forgotten Runeverse Discord itself gets a little wild, I'm hearing, when the game's actually live. But like, where are people planning to play? Like, where are we playing Logic? Because I know we gonna be grinding together. So
Yeah. I'll probably be bouncing around in between Boot Nation and Moku. Depending who's online. Because the Boot Nation guys, they're mainly in like C, right? So like
yeah.
probably like my morning times will be there. And then in the afternoon, and our nighttime here in EST, I'll be in Moku because a lot of the guys there are kind of like really degen and they like to stay up past their bedtime. So yeah, I'm gonna be grinding like 12 hours a day for damn sure.
What even
I'm
is a bedtime? What even is a
yeah.
bedtime, bro? All right, then. Yeah, that's coming on Monday. So make sure you guys are ready and there on Monday, bro. I'm definitely gonna be doing some stuff in Moki's Corner. So if you want to come through to the Moku Discord, you'll be able to catch me and my wizarding friends over there for sure. So yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. I'm glad that we carry our character over because yeah, hours were put in the last CBT. I think I played more than like 24 hours the last CBT, so it's good to see that carries over. But that's it for Runeverse. The only other thing I gotta say is, of course, the donuts are live. If you aren't collecting your donuts, you should be. The daily donut here, you just click it, bam, bada bing, bada boom. Click it again, bada bing, bada boom. Confirm the motherfucker over here, and wow, we have another donut. So yeah, go and get your donuts on the day to day. And if you haven't, like I said, completed these quests, it's in your best intention to do so. This thing is annoying me because I've clearly collected some cards down there, but I'm sure he's referencing the cards here, these cards.
Yeah.
So we gotta wait till Monday for that. Ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Wizards, if you've got one, you've got one. I'm still on the edge of my my trigger, ready to actually purchase one. But it's gonna financially
I just need funds
it's
and
gonna
I'm
yeah,
so
it's
down, you know?
financially it's gonna
I
fucking rip
need
me
funds
open.
and I'm so down to get one.
Bro, like
But
0.6
figure it out.
ETH, it just hurts, bro. Look at this motherfucker
Yeah.
looking like Santa Claus. This is what I'm saying. I want to pick one of these up. Ah. Okay. All right. Enough of my despair and unfortunate realities. Let's get into some of the other topics. One of the big things that is I don't know if it's today. Shout out to you, Jonathan. These are fucking fire. I wish this was a real wizard because that would 100%. This will 100% be what I'll be rocking. All right, shout out to you, bro. Yes, Prism Ranger, bro. You getting some run? Run. Run. Shout out to you. Wild Forest season is at an end, right? Concluded. I think it finished today, or it finishes today. I've been getting that Signal Fire every single day, pretty much, for the last few weeks. Pretty easy. Daily
Have you
kind of
been
checking.
playing? Like, what's going on? With
So,
you and
I
Wild Forest?
haven't been playing since the airdrop. I've played like a few games. I mean, we can go to the Mavis Hub and I'll show you the track record. But it's just I'm like, I do enjoy the game. I think it's a fucking great game, right? But like, I'm just bad at it, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not good enough, and I'm not willing to spend the money I'd need to spend on the units to just pay to win, to be playing it every single day. Theban is fucking grinding. I think he was like 3rd or 2nd.
Nyx too, bro. Nyx is going hard. I've been seeing them post about it.
Oh, Nyx, you've been going hard in Wild Forest. Is he still here?
Nyx, paging Nyx.
I'm gonna find him on the leaderboard anyway, but
Yeah. No, so I already cleared the air. Like that was that was me. That was 1437. He changed his name in my honor. So that he
Oh,
Food Nation
That
here,
was-
number 3. Yeah.
you scammed us.
yeah, I scammed you. I really,
Yeah.
this is probably like I don't know, 20,000 or something. I actually suck at this game. No, it's not my kind of game.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not gonna lie, bro. It's like, okay, this may be a hot take, right?
give it me.
But there's too many games for me to focus on. I'm like getting, like, you know when you have too many choices in front of you and they all look delicious and you're like, I don't know what to get.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. It's like I'm staring at these things and I just have the, it's the chooser's dilemma or like the choice dilemma, right? Of like, which one should I get? Should I get that? But this one looks good, but that one also looks good. We need to slow down, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the game the game
many.
is actually fun. I don't think it's like, I think it's a good game and I do enjoy playing it when I do play, but like, it's just, like I said, I complete Axie daily bounty boards, and that takes like, sometimes, depending on the quests that I get, I normally try and get classic quests and like the actual battling quests. And of course, I'm re-rolling for master quests most of the day anyway, so they're normally like difficult. So that takes like part of the day. TMA, P2A's right now, so I've been playing TMA a lot more. So that takes up like at least 2-3 hours. And then by that point, like, it's already, you know, kind of time to leave the computer. Like, I'm not in the position where I fully have 12 plus hours a day every day to be playing games, as much as, you know, I would fucking enjoy to be doing that. Like, I just don't have that luxury of time ultimately. So like, it's difficult, but the experience itself, Wild Forest, bro, it's fucking fun. It is fun. Like, you gonna see me roll someone right here. Rick roll is happening right now. I've got units that are decent. We've been merging, so, you know, I think it was Jonathan Nantanoj, however you fucking say it, that got me involved in this. Really, that made me think, you know what, this is actually a good game. I want to play it. And so since then, I've been taking it a little bit more seriously. But I'm not gonna let him draw me. Look, he's trying to draw me out, bro. He's trying to draw me out. We'll go now. You go now. You want to attack now? Yeah, get his paladin going. Spear boy gone.
He's saying it seems like we need more casual Web3 games with shorter time sinks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds kind of like Moki.
For sure. Yeah, and I think it's like I don't know. I'm a 2 to 3 game type of guy. Like, if I do play one game, like, I have an addictive personality and I just get addicted.
Yeah.
and I can't do multiple games. My brain just doesn't function. I'm like a checklist sort of guy, like one thing at a time, and then I go do the next thing. But
Yeah.
if I'm multitasking games, I am just super lost in the sauce, and I just can't. Yeah, I just can't.
I have a question for you, Logic. Then,
Yes.
because I agree with the 2 to 3. I really think like gamers can only realistically focus, like go hard at like 2 games realistically, maybe a third casual game. But and I hear that you share the same sentiment. So my question is that like should those 2 games actually be 2 different genres, right? Like should the other game be like an MMORPG and the other game is like kind of this PvP or like a team game or whatever? Like, does that matter? Because like
Yeah,
I just don't. Will
for
it like
sure.
hard to play like 2 competitive TCGs, for example?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I am 100% in that boat. Like if I am going to play games, I'll pick 2 or 3, right? To like put my time in. One has to be like let's say a hardcore PvP competitive one. One has to be like an MMO chill social one, and one has to be like trading card game relaxing experience. Yeah, it does have to be like a different genre. I can't play like the same genre of games and be playing it hardcore, right? For example, if I were to play, and this is an example, right? This is an example. If I play like Axie Classic and I play Parallel TCG and I play X another TCG card game, I can't do it. Like I need one game for each genre only. That's the way you can focus my attention on like figuring out the intricacies of that game solely. So yeah, it matters a lot to me. Maybe it's different for other people, but like my brain just doesn't work well if it's like the same genre of game and I'm playing the same genre but different title, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's hard, right? Like that actually I think is the reason why like you rarely see like if someone's a pro player for like let's say a pro TCG player for like Pokemon, that guy's not really a pro in like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's the same
Yeah.
genre,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it doesn't work that way, I guess, from like a mental standpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a timeshare conversation, right? Like it's difficult, but then also you can have like it just comes down to fun, right? Like where do you like what are you looking for? Is the value you're looking for intrinsic, and does that give you the ability to give it timeshare, or are you looking for that competitive aspect with the same TCG, like being the category but not playing more than one game? That's probably because of like you got to store all this information. Like it can actually be exhausting to keep all that information and retain it. So, you know, it a lot of those things matter, right? But yeah, I think for Web3, a lot of these games is like there's some form of reward for just being there, you know? Like we're in early phases, there's bonuses and benefits for being here early and being part of the communities in these in this instance. And like before games, you know, it didn't really give you that advantage, right? And there wasn't those incentive drivers that we have in Web3. And then of course ownership and things like that just adds to it. So I think there can be a split. Like you could play more than 2 games, but you'll have like a game that you actually intensely focus on, and there's like goals and accomplishments that you're aiming for. Whereas others, you kind of like casually existing within the ecosystem, just to kind of to be in and around those incentive factors. But the ones where you kind of like weigh your options, right? It's down to each individual. Maybe you go really hard in Axie Origins because you have great assets there, but in Wild Forest I've got no assets. It's just like I'm getting the assets through the game. So I'll play the game day to day. I'll complete the 3 battles and get the battle pass because that's an incentive for me to go and get it. But I'm gonna shift my heavy focus and then funds and things like that towards Axie Origins because it better supports me. And then maybe another one is based strictly upon, you know, fun and intrinsic value. So there's just different things that I think people come to games for, and what's happening on Ronin is there's arguably multiple things that they can gain from a single game experience, but then there's also 4 other games that they could get one of those things from as well. And it's like people are now in the sieving process, the shifting process, where they're determining, okay, this is where, you know, one, I feel the most kind of rewarding aspect in terms of how fun it is and my enjoyment. Two, there's a incentive and there's a benefit to it. And then three, is there like a return on the funds that I've kind of put in it? Not don't like to talk about Roy too much, but like I feel like those are the three factors that people weigh up. And for the longest time, for like the last 2 months, we've been saying it's really going to get down to, you know, choose your world, choose your IP, choose your
character.
like, and that's kind of where we're getting right now. Like some people have chosen Aperon, Logic being one of them. You know, like at
Yeah.
that time, absolutely was locked the fuck in, bro. Like Aperon was the mainstay every single day, and then like Origins became a casual thing, right? And like some people have stayed heavy in Origins, and other things are casual. Some people have gone all the way in on Classic again now because it's back and we've put focus on the game again. So I think it really is about that now. That it's like people are choosing where their skills and where their holdings as such like benefit them most. So, and then of course CBTs, people are still getting to experience new things. So right now, I don't know, it's a question you could ask Ronin gamers, and I guess I'll ask people that are in the audience and on the stream too, like what is your Ronin game focus? What is your number one? What's your high priority? And for me right now, the high priority is just making sure that my Premier Bounty board is fucking locked in. Like I shift a lot of my focus towards that, and then
Yeah.
it's probably TMA. But come
Speaking
Monday,
of bounty
Runeverse.
boards, right? Axie Origins. There's like some shit happening in Axie Origins. I know the roguelike,
Yeah.
that season kind of ended. I know Gade tweeted about like not making it or whatever, but I think he did get an Origin Axie. But yeah, it's the last moments of the off season for Axie Origins, and I'm definitely not as in tune as I once was. So, wanted to get your thoughts on that. Like, how are you feeling about Origins? How are you feeling about this off season? What runes and charms have you tested from the boxes that we got?
Yeah. Asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. I'm asking you
Okay,
because I
okay.
know you play the bounty board and you
Yeah, yeah,
complete
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the bounty board, like, it literally at the moment, bro, it gives me like purpose on a day to day. Like, there's something that I kind of like leveraging in ways being told what to do rather than having to like in Lumaterra it was strictly you look at the market, you figure out where the arbitrary opportunity is, you figure out how you go about doing that, and then you figure out how that turns to profit, right? Or like how the profit factor that you're looking for, fun, cosmetic, or like you return in monetary funds, like you decide, right? I do like that. I do like an element of that. But in Axie right now, it's like an accompaniment. You still have that power because I can choose the composition I play. I can choose the collectible Axies. I metamorph. I can choose all these different things. But I'm being given, you know, these challenges day to day. So it really captures me. I think the bounty board has been one of the best additions to the Axie ecosystem since I've been here, like below evolution, of course, because that was fucking major, and the dynamic NFTs is always a phenomenal thing, a feat that we've accomplished in this ecosystem. But yeah, this is it. It just gives me something to aim at on a day to day, and it keeps me excited about the ecosystem of what could I be doing today. Like I get random quests where it's like ascend an Axie or like evolve a beast Axie. And I'm like, I don't actually have one in rotation. So I end up going to the marketplace and like purchasing newer Axies that cosmetically I like. And like I've always, people have known me, if you know me for the longest time, like I don't always buy Axies for a competitive reason. Like I believe there becomes a time where there'll be more casual experiences like we saw in Homeland with the Avatar and things like that. So like I'll purchase these Axies that are literally specifically for the Premier Bounty board, evolve them, do whatever it is to it, and it's like adding to my collection. Like this was the one the other day. It was ascend a mech axie, and I didn't have a mech axie ready to ascend, so I went on the marketplace and bro, look at this fucking fuzzy geezer, bro. It just made me smile, bro. Like it just made me smile. I'm not saying that these are the reasons I love the Premier Bounty Board. There's aspects of it. Was it profitable? No, I spent more than an AXS on this, and it was a master quest, so I got an AXS back. But so I essentially lost AXS, but I accomplished the quest, and then I added to my inventory, and those things are really cool. But in terms of the game itself, it makes me play. In the off season, normally there'll be days where I just completely don't even sign in to play. So it definitely keeps me playing. And then when I start playing, Origins especially has this ability to just get me into a loop, right? Like where I'm playing games now, so I'm like, oh, I won the last two. My comp could do better here. What's this charm like? Like it makes me start experimenting and in ways kind of improving as a deck builder or whatever, just through completing these quests. So Premier Bounty Board has been a huge incentive driver for me. You can see, bro, like I haven't claimed any AXS from the Bounty Board since inception. So this is like 2 months. Yeah, this is like 2 months of Bounty Board. It's 20 AXS, bro. Like that's fucking decent. You know, it's like a season in Origins just from the Premier Bounty Board itself. And I'm deliberately not claiming it to kind of keep a track record on how much we are returning. So it's but you can't overlook this right now. Like for the longest time, there hasn't really been playing aspects that have directly kind of returned funds in a transparent way as the Bounty Board kind of does, because you get week on week.
You know why that's a season of Axie, right?
Oh, shut the fuck up! This guy's here to.
I was about to intro you, bro. I was about to intro you.
He's not about to intro. He's about to come up here and say because Gila is dog's shit. Origins and his rewards are terrible.
I didn't say that.
Even the legend is in the chat. What's good, bro? How you been? It's been a minute.
It's been too long, man.
It has been. Yeah, I mean, they were talking about how Gila was playing well for us, and then I saw his team. So, I was like, yo, I gotta get in here to roast this guy.
Oh,
Any
no.
opportunity to roast Gila, I gotta take it.
He seizes the day. All right, then let's go. Talk to me about it. Because you are number 3 right now. We'll return back to the Wild Forest conversation. There's actually 2 days left. I thought it was ending today.
How'd you know? How'd you know I was number 3?
It fucking says Booed Nation. Who the fuck else is it gonna be? Like what?
Yeah, that's me. I mean, the game's it's pretty annoying, like climbing the leaderboard after you get to like 4K points. It's like +3, -3. So it doesn't matter if you fight someone who has like 2,000 more points than you and you win. You're only gonna get 3 points for it. So they got some work to do in regards to like the point system. It's like pretty grindy, but other than that, like the game is really fun.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like ways that you can,
I'm gonna show you how a real pro plays this game, right? Maybe you can side coach me.
So underleveled, like you got like epic units, but they're underleveled. So.
Well, are you playing on your phone, Theban? Or are you playing on? PC?
I'm playing on my PC.
Okay.
Yeah, you can play on PC, phone, all of it. It's all good.
I'm really bad at this map.
Okay.
Give me pointers. Am I bad? Like, am I doing the wrong things?
All right,
let's do a coaching sesh real quick. 1 game coaching sesh from the.
Yeah. I mean, so what is your general plan? You just go pick up there? Is that your little cheesy plan right here?
I don't
this
know.
guy's already up in your face. Look what you're doing. You're not even moving. He's gonna take your mines, bro. What you doing?
You can take the mines, bro.
Tier 2? Bruh,
I can't summon a tier 2. What can I do?
Oh my god. This guy's gonna lose to this guy playing commons.
Yeah.
How is it even possible, bruh?
Everything is possible, bro.
I think your APM's a little too slow, bro. You gotta,
Well, I lost my mines as well.
Oh, I can't even stream. Only one person can stream?
Yeah, because it's a stage. It's a stage. Yeah.
I see. Give me a second, because usually I get like queues once every half an hour or an hour. And like as you found this game, I finally found a game, so I was gonna show you my game, but I can't.
Why do my units get deleted?
Because you don't have any map. You let your mines fall, and now they're just taking over everything. You're generating less mana than they are. You just got outplayed, actually. That's what happened, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, this map
R.I.P.
is
You actually have better
Dog.
units than him too, so that just means it was a skill diff, bruh.
yeah, it was definitely was.
True.
The story of my
Just goes
life.
to show, you know.
Wait. Let me change like on that topic, right?
Yeah.
So 1437, right? How does one become great at games? So like this guy, like any game that he plays, he can become number one at it. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. How? Like, can you like what is like how?
I sold my soul.
No.
I
No
sold
way.
my soul, bro.
I'm leaving. I'm
That's it.
leaving Moon Nation, bro. I can't be with someone who sold his soul. Not like
I'm kidding. I'm
this.
kidding. Nah. It's just like dedication, you know. Like I just have like this sense for games. I got more experience than anybody else, like you can imagine, right? So I just like kind of like focus and channel my knowledge into like all these games, and it kind of just works out. Like most people are just not willing to work hard, right?
Yeah.
So
Do you have like a ritual? Do you have like do you have like something that you do like to train and like because like Wild Forest, right? Let's not go too far from that. So Wild
yeah,
Forest, you actually joined like you're not a day one player. Like you were like you just joined
no,
like a
You
week or
joined the
so
airdrop
into it.
right before it ended, like a week before it ended or
yeah,
something.
yeah, it was like 3 days before the P2A ended.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how did that like that was like a totally new game. Like how did you prepare and like how did you pull that off? Right. Like it's because you work hard, yeah, but like you also had like very little time. Is it like your experience from similar games that helped you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's like a lot of microing in this game, which is like a lot easier for me to play. I think it would take me longer to get good at like let's say like a card game, right?
Mm.
Than it would be for me to like get good at a game like this where there's so much micro involved. I think in general, like the field in Web 3 is not as strong as like Web 2 is, right? Because you got a lot more free players, you got players to spend more time playing. Here, there's a significant amount of investment
Share your
that you have
screen.
to make
I love your
to play as well.
contribution. Share your screen. Though. I want to see
It's
it.
too
I want to
late,
see
bro.
how to play.
I
You already
literally just
won.
finished my game.
Well,
Yeah,
then,
Like,
you already
then
won.
I mean,
start another
I'm
one.
queuing again. If I find a game, like normally I get like
You can
one game
stream it,
every
bro.
half an hour at my rank.
Oh, okay.
It's queuing, bro. It's queuing. But like, I'll share it once I find a game. All right. Okay, actually, I'll share my screen. How can I share my screen? It says you can't. I don't have permissions.
Yeah, you're a pleb in this Discord.
Yeah. Just do it. I mean,
Right,
so there's
uh,
a certain level of like pay to win factor, obviously, right? But pay to win can only get you like so far inside of a game.
Yeah, but
There's like whales.
you figure it out, right? Like, so when you came into Wild Forest, and you
Yeah.
had like, so the first thing is obviously you got to experience. Would you say step one is contact? Like, a part of being a good gamer, sometimes obviously you are an individual and you've got to apply your skills yourself, apply your own thoughts and actions in game. But like, is step one to contact players who are already within the ecosystem to kind of get a feel and
Uh
then
huh.
study?
Oh, I mean, I would try to talk to someone, like they'll give me like a couple pointers, but I don't like take what they say to heart. I prefer to just like learn on my own first. Usually 98% of the stuff that you're told by, your expert friend doesn't usually pan out, right? So you gotta kind of like just, you know, like learn maybe a few things, buy like the cheapest stuff, go in there, play, learn as much as you can, and then like use your knowledge to get what you really want, right? Because whatever someone else tells you might not be like what works for you, right? And that's like extremely important, especially in like the Web3 gaming. Like even with Ragmon, like a strategy that your friend might play and he's having success with might not be the best strategy for you, and you rather just like go in there, play, learn yourself, and then you might notice like, oh my god, that thing looks super fun. it looks broken, or like I know what I can do with that thing that I just played against, and that might be the strategy that you want to try instead, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what happens with me. When I was playing Wild Forest day one, the person who actually told me about like some of the good stuff and like what's interesting or like kind of strong was Nay, Naileth. And he then like I kind of just I think I must spend like 10, 15 RON, not a lot of RON, very little amount,
Yeah.
to just like try to play and like see how it goes. And I climbed up to like rank, I think 500 or
Yeah.
so. And at that point, I realized I just can't go any higher because everyone was like level 30 units who are like top 100 players, and I
Yeah.
just kept losing to them. But I already had an idea of like what I was like, okay, I think this is good, or this perk is good, this combination could be good. So each day I started adding like one legendary unit to my team. By day 3, I had like 3 legendary units, but by the end of day 2, I was already like top 30 rank or something.
Okay.
So with like 2 legendary units. And I just
I
kind of just bought like some broken stuff, but obviously, at a budget or like something that I thought was worth the price, sort of
Mhm.
say.
Are you taking notes? Like, do you create like complete profiles on games and like store all that information, or is it like in that head of yours?
Bro, there's nothing written anywhere. It's just in my head. I mean, I just go with my gut feeling, right? I think one of the things people need to understand when they start Web3 gaming, NFT gaming, is you gotta really manage your bankroll, or like you gotta work with like your manager, right? And like figure out like plan things out. How can you guys ROI? How can you make it worth it for yourself? Um, like what is your goal, right? With X and X, is it worth it? How long will it take? And so on. I think that's important. That's the one thing people don't really consider or think about when they're getting into these games is like, okay, how much are you willing to spend,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like the game economy is 50% of the battle,
Yeah.
right? The other
Yeah.
50 is like the in-game stuff, where I feel a lot of people can go both ways. Majority go like 90% towards like the game. They're like relying on their skill to perform, and like they don't really take care of the economy part. And the others are like relying more on the economy, right? Trying to just pay to win their way to the top ranks, and they don't really hone their skills. And you got to have a very good balance between the two to be very good at a game.
Yeah, yeah, fact. Well, talking about games, because our next topic is to talk about the Ragmon CBT. I was going to ask Logic his thoughts and opinions and express some of mine too. But seeing as you're here and you mentioned it as well, what do we think, bro? First hands-on experience with the game. Where's your head at with it right now?
I like it. I mean, all the guys in Boo Nation, they freaking love the game. Like, I couldn't stream. My phone was not working, and I also got the last days of the Wild Forest, which is like I think 2.5 days left.
Yeah.
So I spent most of the time with the other guys while they're playing, watching, learning everything, and like they were having a blast. And watching it, I'm like, yo, this is like my type of game, you know? Like I love auto chess. This is like somewhat auto battler slash like deck building,
Mhm.
in its own type of way, right? And you're fighting like one on one. Auto chess is more like you're fighting against 7 other people and you're having like a shared pool. So it's only a very small adjustment from there. People said it's a lot like what was that game? Clash Royale?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So I mean I never played that, but I can see like the lure, right? It's
Mhm.
like you can pay your way to be stronger than others, but there's also a significant amount of like skill and decision making that's involved that can make you better than everybody else,
Yeah.
right? So I love that.
I think it's a fun experience. Like there's a dopamine factor to the game. It actually is pretty damn fun. There's definitely a strategy to it in terms of like how you consume use your soul mana.
Yeah.
And like, do you have counters? Do you play the counters correctly? Do you summon the right units at the right time? Those types of things. For me, it was just. I mean, obviously, this is CBT, so these are things that will be patched up, and you would completely expect the feedback to be taken in. But the matchmaking was just horrific. So like
Yeah.
yeah, that was just the pain factor for me. It's like day one, fucking so fun. Everyone's kind of the same levels. You're experiencing different units. Some people have certain units, some people don't have other units, but you were kind of counterplaying other people. And then you start realizing by day two, day three that you're getting matched against people that are like, now their tower is like level 7 or level 8. Yours is like level 3. Your units are way weaker, and
Yeah.
it's like even if you
You-
counterplay, you'll still
he-
get rolled.
Hear me out, okay? Now that you're mentioning this, I really, you're giving me something to think about here.
Mhm.
Like when you jump into a game, right?
Yeah.
You, Gila, when you
Hmm.
jump into a game, you're a busy guy, you do Ronin Radio, but you also want to try all these different games, but you can't really keep up like to an extreme level, right?
Yeah.
Like you do with Axie. So a lot of like game balances and the information gets lost because you're not spending your whole day there where there's others who are,
Yeah.
because it's their livelihood, right? It's Web3. Let's be
Yeah.
real, right? Some people actually play games for a living. So, um, and wouldn't it be interesting where part of the reason why you don't spend is because you just don't know what to spend on to make
Yeah.
yourself better,
Hmm.
right? So what do you think of Web3 games where they do it kind of like these Hearthstone seasons where like for 3 months you play like a set or whatever, but instead it's more like you buy in, right, into the set, everybody gets the set, and then because with the bought in like money, right, you essentially create a prize pool for the season.
Yeah.
So that way when you buy in, everybody has like the same tools essentially, but you're still buying in,
Mhm.
and then we play that way, right?
Yeah. So
And
like
then like
there
yeah,
isn't like it's not like the asset. There's not an asset diff. It's more strictly gameplay diff. But there is like a stake essentially. Like you
yeah,
put, yeah.
exactly,
I
exactly,
mean, it's
because
a preferred way. It's a preferred way to approach a game. Like I want to have. I don't want to be separated by the ability to purchase. Some people will be completely gated because they just physically can't purchase. But yeah, like you're saying with me, sometimes it's the fact that like Wild Forest right now, if I knew exactly what to purchase, I'd just go
yeah,
in and buy it, and I'd probably roll a ton of people just because I could go and buy that. Um, but because I
that's
don't know
where
specifically what to buy, I've not gone and done that. Otherwise, I essentially would. But if it was like put a stake up and
exactly.
yeah, like it would be easier for me to say yes than it would for me to go and buy into the economy because I'm kind of having to decipher between the assets within that economy. So, but there's two sides of the coin. Obviously, like people enjoy that. Sometimes that's the intrinsic factor, and but also it kind of it makes it a bit easier. I don't know how best to say this. It makes it easier for a game economy to kind of to create revenue and to turn profit over because there's that confusion, if you know what I mean. Like people need to there needs to for winners there needs to be losers. So like
And that's why
yeah.
I said like the buy-in essentially becomes the prize pool, and the prize pool gets distributed, accordingly, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
it's not like everybody becomes a winner. You still gotta win,
Yeah.
right? And that's where you got people where they get scholarships essentially become someone buying in for you,
Yeah.
right? And like counting on your performance. Rollo just said that that would put a cap on spending. No owner would want that, but for us players would be amazing. Well, that's the thing about Web3. I feel like these games, they tend to start off hot, but then the discrepancy becomes very apparent,
Hmm.
and that's when they start to lose steam
Yeah.
and fall apart, right?
That
But
that I agree with. Yeah.
what if the discrepancy wasn't there? What if like season after season it's fresh and you're putting in fresh capital just so that you can compete
Hmm.
for that lion's share,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like it's much more of an even field for you to play, and like season after season, the accumulated knowledge of each individual player becomes important and
Oh
like
yeah, sense
something
of
that
value.
you might want to invest into, right? And another way you can maybe increase spending, but not too much, right? Like I want a good balance. I want games to be closer to like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or something where like maybe a $500 to $1,000 would like let you be able to compete at the highest possible level, right?
Hmm.
Not like multiple thousands of dollars, because that's just unrealistic, to be fair. So my thought is like you can maybe get 70% of like the set, right? By the buy-in, and then
Mhm.
you can like trade with others
Yeah, yeah.
to get what you need for the rest of the set.
Yeah, so you kind of keep that asset economy still, but it's not as heavily reliant on. It's not like 100% asset economy. It's a smaller
Yeah.
portion, and it also that can then create skill or understanding differences and give players that same feel. Give then owners of assets a reason to own them and to trade them as well. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, we haven't really seen it so much. Sometimes I get confused. I'm like, I don't know why it doesn't exist. And like a lot of time when we have this conversation, I think we had it again on Tuesday's show, but it was like, is it really like regulatory reasons where the most simplest but obvious route for Web3 being that players kind of just put up funds and like smart contracts can distribute the funds based upon like results? Like why is that not as common as I personally think it should be? Like even in the game experiences that we have right now, like TMA for example, you could put up like a fund to enter a match, and the other team puts up their fund, not like pink slips, but it's like it's a wagered match, right? Like I just think it's regulatory, but that's where like a lot of value use cases are for me in the future of Web3 gaming. I think these types of experience will become like almost a norm, and there'll be like game mode specific for it, and then still having the competitive season. But yeah, I think a buy-in aspect would attract me more so than economy ownership.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's just about the content, right? Like that you just don't want to spend all that time and effort, energy, like finding out what's the best thing before you can even play the game. You just
yeah,
want to go in, you just want to play the game and not get destroyed
yeah.
because of asset diff,
Hmm.
right? So like you're willing to pay a certain amount of money so that just so you can get what everybody has,
I mean,
right?
it could
Then
be
at
put
that
forward
point
as
the
the battle
knowledge.
pass, right? Like it just could be like seen and translated as a battle pass. Like you have to have a battle pass to play the online ranked mode. The battle pass comes with these assets. These are pretty much all the assets that exist in the pool, and there's just one category of asset that you have to go and personally purchase, right? Like I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, it could be like your for something like Ragmon, it could be like you get all of the assets, and then like the one that's like, because every deck, and again you can be different. I've seen Bood Nation decks as well where it's like a lot of low cost mana assets and they don't actually use the big strong ones like a Scorpion or like a Chimera, those types of things. But like you have like one power category that is tradable, and those are like the essentially like the valuable ones, and everyone gets an opportunity to either purchase one of those or claim one of those in packs or whatever you want to do, loot boxes, chests, whatever the fucking narrative is. But like the battle pass gives you all of the access to the general assets of the game.
yeah. And if you're like a latecomer, you can just like, let's say you can unlock this, I don't know, let's say a Scorpion at level 100 Battle Pass, right? You can also pay to unlock levels faster,
Mhm.
right? Or you can just grind your way to the levels. That's fine. For as long as like during a season, you're like, okay, these are the units that will be accessible and usable,
Yeah.
right? And then use the NFT aspects for like different kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I,
it's
th-
good.
I
It's
think
good
that
thoughts, man. Like, I mean, you taking a lot
yeah.
of knowledge from these Web3 games. I honestly think if I was a
Yep.
project, I'd be fucking trying to tap into the bountiful knowledge that you've gained through experience over the
Yeah.
years. And
If
I
I was a
think,
project, I would be hitting up Theban and being like, "Yo, you got a Blue Nation? You
yeah,
guys cook? Get in the meeting." That's what I would do. But I'm also biased because I'm a part of Blue Nation. You know what I'm saying?
say fucking hell,
Yeah.
conflict of
Yeah, on
interest. Eat your heart out. You fucking
on that topic though, Gila, like
yeah.
for me, what I learned these past 3 years is it's quite easy to make like a pump and dump kind of ecosystem game.
Mhm.
It's really difficult to make a sustainable game that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah, but that leverages
That's
it,
the
right?
hardest
Like
part.
it's like if the battle pass is what gives you access season on season, and people have like a a barrier, not a barrier as such, like a platform. I guess it would be a platform that everybody competes on. Like it doesn't disincentivize a player who enjoyed a season to come back the next season. Like one of the things that we saw in Axie, which is now being more and more removed as we go with time, was the fact that like you could spend money one season, have a great season, but it's completely different, the brand new season, right? And then your people not necessarily are forced, but they'll get the feeling of being forced to go and get something else, and then it like removes the value on their assets and their holdings. So like this type of approach, I think is it could be, you know, the more favored approach in the future. But like with Axie, what they've done is with the collectible Axies and now Metamorph, that's kind of that aspect, because
Yep.
you buy in with a collectible Axie and you have the variability, like that asset gives you options ultimately. And I know you know, Origin Axies, Mystic Axies are majorly inaccessible for a lot of people, but if you were going to say, you know what, I fuck with Axie, it's my favorite ecosystem, it's where I want to be, it's where I enjoy competing season on season, you know, it's, if you could afford a single Origin Axie and then maybe like 2 Japanese Axies, you have enough variability for you to kind of have a lasting asset holding that can
Yeah.
keep you competitive for season on season on season. So
Yeah.
it's kind of that aspect
Well,
there.
speaking of that too, when you mentioned like metamorph scholarships, right? And I'm kind of curious, and we had this as the topic, and I figured to move it up because
Yep.
we're on this
Yeah.
topic. Is Stark and Cairo's metamorph scholarships, right?
Yeah.
Like
I'll actually message Stark and see if he's around to come through.
Oh, where has he been? I missed that guy. I haven't seen him around.
he's been on Axie hard, bro. Like he's like all in on Origins, like running
Oh, nice.
scholarships, and I know Cairo is like super hard on Homeland. So they just
Plan.
did like a
Yep.
partnership with
Yeah.
like the second biggest land owner in the game. So I think they pretty much hold like the majority of all the good lands at
Yeah.
this point. And they are like straight up like
Everything.
tycooning it out and like gatekeeping and all that. So
Yeah.
Not
Stark's
just the
at
good
work, so he
ones,
can't come through.
literally everything. Literally
yeah,
all the land. It's like
yeah,
like half the land's in circulation or something.
yeah.
Something
So he's
Pretty
crazy.
got a
much like
monopoly then.
yeah, he has a
Yeah.
monopoly. Like all the high tiered shit, bro, they are in control of all the
Damn.
like literally all the high tiered stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's Cairo's done it well, man. Like logistically, he was able to figure out like, yo, this is what needs to be done. He connected all the big land whales and was like, yo, I'm making a guild, and he's essentially just managing like
Yeah.
all of the high tiered
He
stuff.
took advantage of okay, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Axie, right? I think it's my favorite thing in Web3. It's the reason I'm here. But he took advantage of the fact that people didn't want to play it, and there was more land than there were people that wanted to play it. So he just collected the people who had knowledge and wanted to play, um, and saw the benefits in playing, collected them, and then galvanized their knowledge, and their time and their experience, and did a good job in one place, went to another person. And the thing about these land assets is, you know, it's clear as day, you know, we don't have to beat around the bush, but there are land holders who have like literal estates. Like these guys are not single land plot holders, they own, you know, fit like tens of lands to hundreds of lands. So when you're in that position, you want to be getting the benefit of it, right? So if somebody comes along and says, look, we'll manage all of them for you, this is what it will look like, here's the figures on what we did before, like he's pretty much going around and it's the best deal for any landowner right now. So I mean, it causes that monopoly aspect, but you know, that's an opportunity. That's what Web3 is about. If you go in and you seize that opportunity, you will. I just think it wasn't an attractive game experience to so many people, so there wasn't competition in the managing of it. And you know, Cairo went and saw that as an opportunity for him and for the people that he was working with, and he did really fucking well on it. And I'm proud of him to have done that, because at the time he was looking for that type of an opportunity, and I'm glad that he found it and he's done well with it. So it's good to
Yeah.
see.
Dude, so I I think I wanted to like I saw a very nice comment on the stage. I think it's really fitting to the topic, right? So Rooney207 said like the challenge with the buy-in system is it requires super majority to lose financially. He said like a few more things that are good, but I just wanted to stop there because the topic like the thing that 1437 said earlier like is it's not even that crazy if you think about it, right? Like I'll give a very simple example. um Pokemon TCG, right? Pokemon TCG. So like I love Pokemons. I've been collecting cards, but then like a few months like some months ago like I wanted to play more competitively, so I bought, some cards to have like competitive deck.
Yeah.
Those aren't cheap, right? Like still $500, right?
Yep.
Uh and like I win some games, I lose some games, I join some tournaments, I lose some of them, I place top 30 or so whatever, right? So what Rooney is saying is like super majority should be okay. Requires super majority to lose financially. What if the game is so good that people actually don't care if they're losing financially? They're just like paying to have fun, right? Like they're just like they cool if you benefit, but like it's so fun that, and you love it so much that you actually didn't mind that you lost $300.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
me in
think
Axie.
getting I think it's possible, dude. And the reason why I'm saying this is like, let's not go too far, right? So like, let's use Ragmon as an example. Like not Ragmon, like Ragnarok Online, right? So Ragnarok Origins, their mobile MMORPG game, like last year was one of the top grossing mobile games in ever, like in just like for last year. And like everyone who spends there, not everyone's like the top guild, not everyone's like the strongest. A lot of people there spend on costumes just to be cute online and whatever. No, you don't hear any of them complaining that they lost $500, right? Because they bought it because they like it, right? So I do want to see Web3 gaming and especially Web3 gaming on Ronin to eventually come to that point where like people are just like, oh cool, I spent $500 on Ragmon this season. I didn't play too well. I only got 250 back, but I had so much fun,
Yeah.
and I'm good.
That's
Right?
that,
Like,
that's where things are going. Like I do believe it. I see myself doing it anyway. Like I'll expose myself to ecosystems with no real direct intention to being the best. Like I a lot of the time I don't have the timeshare for it anyway, but I'd like to be represented. So like the identity factor of it, like I like to have certain axes to play with because that gives me some kind of, you know, it fires off some kind of reward for me. It's like, oh, it's cool that I'm rocking these axes, bro. Like this is a full collector team, and so
You know,
those things already do exist. And like a kid who's playing Fortnite who spent $50 this year on skins, and he's fucking trash. Like he doesn't care though. Like when he teams up with his mates from school and plays on the evening, they can laugh and joke about the skin that he's rocking, and
you know,
his talking point.
you know where we went wrong in Web3?
Where?
We went wrong where when like we try to make NFTs just be like the almighty, all-powerful thing, and like just being like, yo, yeah, NFTs gotta get stronger and stronger and stronger. You know? I feel like one thing I learned and I like for example, Parallel, right? And you see people posting about it. Like their NFTs are more so like amplifiers for rewards, right? So what if like these games just where we went wrong was like instead of making the NFTs just the strongest thing, like why not just make the game accessible, make the game fun, right? Let everybody be able to play. Use the NFTs as amplifiers for rewards, which is directly
Kind of like what TMA's doing now.
connected to like
sir, are you talking about Forgotten Universe, sir?
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the thing about TMA is like the game is hard to bring people together.
Yeah.
Like I like games
I don't
these
want to
days
play that
on a
game
whole.
without a team. Like that's a fact. Yeah. Like
I think that's a problem. So like a team games, like they need to already have like an insane IP to start with, right?
Mhm.
So if they're like close to launching a token and like doing all these things and they're doing it without like already the gigantic player base, it's like not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like timing your NFT launches, timing your token launches and everything is like important and it should be different according to like what game that you are. So
Yeah.
if you're a game where you play one-on-one, that's a lot easier to execute on.
Yeah.
Right? Because you only need 2 players to play a game.
Yeah.
So I think like the idea, so with Axes, for example, the metamorphosis, why does everybody love it? The Mystics always existed. Everybody hated Mystics. Every Mystic owner was like, this is trash, this is trash, this is trash. You guys told us this is gonna be OP, and this is trash, right? And now everyone's like, oh my god, Mystics are awesome, right? But what do? They just made NFTs be able to skin into other normal units, right? That everybody else can access technically, right? So what if that's the approach to take instead? You know? And like we don't have to live up to these NFTs being worth $100,000 and like making them $100,000 powerful unit, right? Maybe that was like also a mistake in like the approach. It's like $100,000 powerful unit doesn't mean that you should just auto win every game, but you should have like other benefits that maybe aren't directly connected to like your win rate, but gives you access to like what Mystics do, just be able to morph into all these other units that other people would normally have to pay for.
Yeah, that you just give me a that makes a lot of sense, and that just put a light bulb in my head of like if you are going to pay a premium for a rare collectible unit, it doesn't necessarily give you like in-game power strength, but it gives you like in-game flexibility,
Yes.
right? Like the
Yes.
flexibility of being able to do whatever you want with it. If the meta does change, you can morph it and tune it
Yeah.
to that meta.
And that
sort of
comes with
thing.
token sinks as well. So yeah.
Yeah, which comes with token sinks too. So I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, something that's more than like something that other players can access for like 20-30 bucks, right? But you can just do and you can just do it all the time, right? Is a lot better than just being 100x or 20x stronger than the guy who paid something for 20 bucks. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that, I think that's how we create like a balanced game, a balanced economy, and something people enjoy playing. We got to break the walls of like the pay to win as much as we can. Try to like cap spending closer to like $400 to $500, and like create more revenue sharing when those games become bigger, because people can own $400 to $500 into a game if they really want to compete. And if they can't, then you just get somebody else to like stake for you.
Yeah.
Right? And go and play. And someone can buy like a lower package at like maybe $50 or $20. Right? Like we got gamers buying starter decks and playing games for fun. Right? Like what people need is an easier way to get what they need to start up the game without them having to like we gotta like cut out the information gathering part somehow. Make it easier for the players. Just hand them what they need to play and just tell them to go and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That I
thing
agree
I-
with fully, bro. It's the initial onboarding. And I think like a lot of the games that are lacking right now in our ecosystem is like a fully fleshed out in-game beginner tutorial that like sucks people in. And I can speak on this. I know like some of you guys had a lot of trouble with Lumi Terror, right? And I'm not here to bash on them, but it was a lot of information gathering that you need to do outside of the game before you played the game. And I think
Right.
that's like such a huge pain point of the community. And I know I was hearing it from Gila, I was hearing it from the guys at Moku, from like Kami and Kirika, and it was that initial information gathering that if you fucked up your first day or your first 2 days, it just completely messes up your experience as a whole.
Yeah. It's also that Web3 nature makes it so you want to gatekeep information.
Yes, that is
Right.
true. That is true.
Because you know that there's financial losses when you share information.
Yeah.
So because of that, people don't want to tell you how to get good or whatever, and so that directly hurts. That directly hurts like
The player base.
mass
also.
adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That directly hurts mass adoption. You want people to teach each other how to play the game. Like for example, when you start playing League of Legends, right? Like Logic, you played League. When you play
Yeah.
with your friend, you're gonna teach him everything because you
Yeah.
know that you have nothing to lose by teaching him.
Yeah, you just gain because he'll be your teammate, right? Yeah.
Exactly. But in Web3, it's like, oh, if I teach you everything, then what happens to me?
Yeah,
You
our
know,
economy
like
goes
there's
to
also
shit.
that kind of mindset, right? Like, well, what if you come into my market and you do this and that or whatever? Like, even if like that might not be the case and they probably won't do it, like it's always a thought that goes through their mind, right? So that's why I'm saying like buy-in limitations and like just rewarding skill and like making just a fun game that people will have to just buy, you know, the different packages or whatever, and just handing them what they need to play for that season might be like a way. In some ways it's like Web 2.5, 3-ish, but perhaps we also just missed a step, you know, and we just jumped into Web 3 without realizing like the transition is super important.
I think the people that lead the helm probably saw the the roses and daisies, the positive side of having assets directly leveraged in their ecosystem, because the money, bro, the revenue, right? Like
Yeah,
it's like, oh, we can get to the revenue this way, and then also people who want to be part of the ecosystem, they have avenues to get revenue too, and that's kind of what they initially saw. Because if you think of the early adoption phase of Web3 gaming, majority consisted of Web3 participants already, right? So like they were used to those paths, they were used to those methods of having the arbitrary information, and that being the factor that gives them a profit at the end of the day, or a return on investment at the end of the day. And the games probably look towards that, as we need to facilitate that, because though that's
yeah,
our participant basis. Whereas now we're trying to transition to, yeah, you still want those people to be in your ecosystems and participating, but we actually want mass adoption. So it's those actually aren't the higher
yeah,
percentage of onboarding that you want to focus on, right? Like you want to onboard different types of people now, and it's like, what if you're
yeah.
still feeding into the minority, even though the minority can come with a large financial support? Like, is it sustainable? Is it gonna last? Eventually you're gonna have to make the pivot anyway, right? So yeah, but this is
Exactly.
the beauty of the
It's
industry, right? Because an emerging industry, it's these pain points exist, people are gonna
yeah.
either adapt or die. So
It's like an endless battle between like the users who want instant gratification and profit versus users who want mass adoption. And you know, it's just obviously mass adoption is better, right? If your token goes from like $1 to 500, you know, in the long run, because you just have that many people playing your game and needing your token, that's the end goal, right, for all these games. But you know how they execute that is really important. And
yeah.
like a lot of these games and developers, they're trying to put out the fires that are in front of them right now, which is like their investors who bought into their like mints and all these things, and then they're like, ah, my NFTs are useless, give me money, you know, like. And it's just so much pressure like on these devs, like they can't even focus on their vision, right, and like execute on it just because of like these guys who bought an NFT for like $50 or some, even a free mint or something, are like out there whining.
The
Dude, I have
tangents
a I
are
have a
beautiful.
I have a hot take. Well, a kind of not semi hot take, right? So what you guys are saying, I think, is perfect. Like I think it is the ideal scenario, but I also believe that not all Web3 games have the luxury of pulling that off. Like,
Sure.
and this makes me think, right? Like it's actually the biggest irony. I think the perfect Web3 game, like that applies, like that almost everyone can win if they put in the time. If the game attracts whales, it's actually an MMORPG, right? Because MMORPG is the original play to earn game where no one complained because the people are having fun, right?
Yeah.
People who had time, and like grinded. People who didn't have time but had money. Like it's a perfect storm, right? However, MMORPGs are also the hardest game to develop, right? So that's why we're not seeing a lot of game studios
True.
really. I'm gonna build a Web3 MMO, right? It's kind of hard. So I think that's the biggest irony, wherein we know what is like the best one to run with that formula, but we don't see a lot of good ones because it's actually damn hard to build a Web3 MMO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
An MMO, not even Web3.
Well, I actually want to keep going on that, and that's by like reading onto what Rooney is saying. There's a reason why Lumitera will surpass CK. I mean, I'm not super sure on that, but I do agree that like Lumitera is cooking up something super unique. But I'm also a bit biased, right? Because previous to Web3, I was playing Albion Online, and that's exactly what Lumiterra is. And I think it shares a lot of core concept. And even when we interviewed Lark during Ronin Radio last week, he said he pulled inspiration from Albion Online. And my opinion is like Albion Online's core mechanics needs to be looked into by all Web3 MMOs. I actually got started in Axie by RMTing in Albion Online, and I bought my first Axies with that RMT money. And the way they do it is like the in-game economy always goes around. But I mean, in Lumiterra's case, right, it is like very PvP. Right now, I do feel like it is kind of a solo experience. You know, once they add some sort of um social experience to where, you know, you go out PKing other guilds, other parties and looting their stuff, that's truly where it shines. And having like different, and I think FR Forgotten Runeverse is hitting this too in terms of the MMO genre. When you guys said earlier in the show that if you have a certain land, you will only get X item in Y land, right? So it creates like, in my head, it's gonna create some sort of trade route, or it's gonna create some sort of like resource management. You know, you have to have different lands for different resources. With those different resources, you're gonna need it to craft different items, and you can have these player economies within those certain resources.
Mhm.
So yeah, for MMOs, look at Lumi. I do think though that Lumi is still a bit too hard if you're not well versed and well researched into it, but the system's there. It just needs to get fine tuned.
Yeah. Um. I got
Oh, I can
like
share my screen now. Nice.
I got hot takes on it, but I think for me, like the style that you saying it's like Albion Online, right? So the style of an MMO that's like that is, and people expect it, they understand it, like that's what they are aware of, and they're willing to participate because they understand it's majority about the effort and the time that you put into the game, and you know the more effort, the more time, the more knowledge, the stronger you kind of become. If you look at like Albion Online specifically, like you'll look at the player base of that game is only in like the 20,000s, like all time peak, right, on a day to day. And what I think happens with that style of approach, some people really enjoy it, and it seems and it's apparent that in like Southeast Asia, it's like an understood thing. Like it's normal. They expect that from kind of MMO experiences. I just personally don't feel like that is like a global thing. You know, like if I'm introducing players to that type of game from like a Western culture and people that who have played a lot of people that play video games, like they're not really about it. And if you introduce them into a certain period, like they already kind of see the discrepancy of themselves in the rest of the player base, and like it's a deterrent. So I kind of wonder where like these games will reach player bases and those players will fucking love it. That's their experience. They like it, they enjoy it, they accept it, they kind of sign up to all those terms and they participate. And it kind of becomes like this condensed or focused group of gamers. Yes, it could be in the hundreds of thousands, but it becomes that focused group of players who will constantly exist within that ecosystem, but it will reach like a cap and you'll just have drop offs and returns, drop offs and returns. The returns come from like events or incentives, but the drop offs kind of come from when certain players will probably realize, oh, like I'm not in the bracket that I kind of need to be, and I feel like fodder essentially. So like it becomes kind of not predatory, but like that's my only fear, and it's like I'm putting that point across to as like a devil's advocate, because there's aspects of MMOs that I want and are existing in an experience like Lumaterra, and like you're saying, it's very similar to Albion Online. But
Yeah.
like
No, I
just
think
looking
you're right.
looking at yeah, just looking at that, because I literally pulled up a chart on the all-time player base on Steam from Steam reports for Albion Online, and like it reaches a peak at 27,000 on a day. well, this is a monthly report as well. So 27,000 on a monthly report, and like it drops off. The original high was 13,000. Then it like flatlined, dropped off. Then it pulled back at 2020, and then throughout 2020 to 2021 to 2022, all the way to the start of 2023, it stayed around 10,000 to 9,000 players. Then 2023 it spiked to like 20 something thousand. I don't know what they did with it. Was it new,
It was
in
a
game?
mobile release. Yeah, and
Okay.
it's not
Yeah.
just out on Steam too. So there's like
Yeah.
the
There's gonna
Steam
be other
client.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah, yeah. But no, I do agree. Like in terms of overall game loop and game mechanic, it is very niche.
Mhm.
There is a cap of like a hardcore player base that plays the game, and it's definitely not like casual friendly. I would
Mhm.
say it's
Mhm.
definitely for the hardcore group. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess my the mechanics that I would want is like the resource management of like MMOs in there, not necessarily the PvP aspect. I know that's definitely more for the hardcore gamers. Um, but like how the economy moves in that game is insane. You need to farm like in a different biome to get, for example, leather. You have to farm it in the leather biome, and for you to get leather goods, you need to be around that biome, so it creates that like economy. There's
Mhm.
also trade routes that people take advantage of from like moving materials from the leather city to the ore city, right? Depending on what's needed. And that's mainly what I wanted to see in these MMOs, like creating
Yeah.
these in-game economies, in-game marketplaces, to where people are running trade routes, people are possibly PKing for these trade routes or protecting caravanners from PKers. That sort of stuff, I think, is like super immersive.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it, bro. This is my take though. Like, I think Runeverse will be the biggest MMO we've seen in Web3 and obviously on Ronin, because the game and what you do in the game is more than just the game. I think that's kind of where it's gonna differ, and the game doesn't actually heavily rely on the Web3 elements, uh, and people are still more willing to play it than the kind of other experiences. And I feel like it doesn't have the pain points that like the hardcore MMO aspect does, but it invites your ability to go deep and kind of separate yourself from the pack based upon time and experience. But it means more. That like that to me is like the thing that I hold close to what will be Runeverse's absolute success, is the fact that it will always, because of a culture that they've kind of built and are continue to expand, it will always mean more than just the game itself. So like the game
Yeah,
is like a medium to represent yourself within this thing that is larger than the game itself. Um, and I don't think anyone has an IP that has that take yet, with the game experience there and ready to kind of go ahead and play. Like
yeah,
we have other IPs that definitely could tap into that, like a Kydro, but the actual medium for expression doesn't yet exist. So, but we'll see where we go. We'll see where we go. I'm just biased, bro, because fucking just think the Wizards are cool as fuck. So. But we went on
yeah.
tangents, bro.
Yeah, we went for a while.
Yo,
Yeah. Let's move on. Next
We
time,
went on
we
to-
gotta get the
Listen,
show
listen.
moving.
I got
Holy
two
shit.
things. One, can you see my stream?
yeah,
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
see it.
yeah.
You just queuing for
Do you see my cube
45
time?
minutes, bro. What the
Do
fuck?
you see? Oh, we got a game!
Oh shit. Okay, lock in.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, this guy is tough. This guy's tough. Okay.
Wait, can
Let's
you
focus up.
can you talk while you play? So it gives us. I'm gonna clip this. We're gonna get a timestamp. So
Yeah.
No,
we need this.
He can't talk, bro. He can't
Okay,
focus.
just
I
clap.
gotta focus.
Bro, he has a
Clap
level
is,
1 wizard owl thing, so you should, you got the trump on that aspect.
Nah, this guy is annoying. He's the skeleton boy. He's got
Oh, so
really
he summons a lot.
interesting build. Yeah. Look at him. He's already swarming right now.
Yo,
But
your
you-
warrior in the bottom. Is it doing?
Yeah, so I'm
something?
making.
Yeah,
I
it's
put that
stopping
there
them from
so that-
taking that ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to take this.
Oh, they swarming the shit out of that owl. The area of effect by the cat is crazy though.
Yeah.
Like the lasting.
Yeah, this is the micro I wanted to see, bro. It's almost like Warcraft 3 in a way.
I gotta get in there so he can't take over my units.
Because if they get that, if that completely goes red, you can't summon units from that barrack anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like really, really bad.
It's looking rough,
Ah.
boys.
Oh.
But what I can do is I can summon. Yeah, he's got a lot on me right now on the map.
Yeah, but he doesn't have barracks upgraded, so he's still got certain level enemies, right? Like,
So I stopped him from expanding here, but he's got these two.
but you can get
It's gonna
potentially
be tough.
Juggernaut, right?
No, Juggernaut's shit against the skeletons. So I gotta give that up now. God.
It's gonna be tough. There's a lot of fucking units. I was gonna say, do you transition to another barrack because you just need more units out there? Why do you like the owl distance? Like, range, sorry. Shouldn't your base be attacking them in that range?
Nah. This is bad, boys. We're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
You ain't gonna stop that thing.
He took over the area.
Yeah.
I wanted to summon a ninja beforehand, but it's too late. Yeah, it's over. I always struggle against this guy.
Yeah,
So I'm more like a mid-game, late game with my team, and he plays more for like the early game with these guys. So unfortunately, he just like swarmed me with all his little skeleton boys, and he took over my map.
Yeah. It's a hard fucking game, bro. Like it's a lot of the battles decided quite early on, and it's very technical, man. So shout out to Wild Forest, bro. I've just watched Demon lose for the first time ever, bro. What the fuck? What?
I was nervous, man. I had you watching. Shit.
Oh god.
I
Yeah.
had you watching. I lost before the game even started because of you.
Oh fuck. Yeah, it's me. Blame me. Blame
You
me.
know, I'm
Blame
the
me.
presence of greats here. What can I do?
Well, listen, we got just a few more topics to touch on. We're gonna do that swiftly because we're coming towards the 2 hour point, and I have to fly to the UK. So
I know what I want to say. Post 2 just released.
yeah, leaks.
that.
It's in the list. It's in the list. It's in the list.
I'm moving up. I'm moving it up. I'm
Yeah.
moving it up.
Okay,
you
we'll
already
We'll
tweeted
jump
it.
it. Yeah, we'll jump onto that right now. I've got it open right here. The stream can see it. Yeah, if you get a game again, you can put it back up here, Stephen. But let me share screen for the man.
Okay.
So here we go. Pos 2. He said leaks were coming today. He was not lying. They actually did come. Jatster released some Origin leaks as well. But there's app.axe. There's a lot, right? There's a lot. So I need to decipher through all of this information. We're probably going to be here for a little minute. I can't lie to you. So 4 hours ago, let's see. Luna's landing was earlier on today. So it's that shit's happening. I ain't gonna talk too much about it. Land, Anyway, but his Axe and Axicore teams have been working and re-rolling hard these past few weeks. Here's what they're cooking up right now. Axe homepage and dashboard is being revamped. The bounty board updates obviously went live, and a sneak peek at Delegation. Delegation is going to be fucking huge. Excited for this to come in. I think a lot of the things that Stark and Cairo are going down in terms of endeavors is in preparation for this, so they can delegate instead of having to run traditional scholarship systems, which I think are outdated and aren't the best to manage. So this is going to be exciting for them and for other people that are looking to become managers. If everything goes according to plan, App.Axe will receive a makeover next week. The homepage and user dashboard will be combined. Once this change is live, you'll immediately see your new dashboard, which includes sections like things to do, leaderboards, recently interacted Axes, and the Axe wiki. So it's going to look more like this right here. which is fucking, hey, there's a lot right here, like leaderboards there, Premier Bounty boards. You even got the Axie leaderboards on the app.axie as well, which is dope. Axie wiki right there and available. So if you're new to Axie, there's something for you to search. Like it, positive changes. There's things to do. Wait, app.axie now features a to-do list. This will be the first thing you see after logging in. You can easily view all your tasks that need to be completed each time you log in. No more searching through your account to figure out what needs to be done. We're making it easier for you. So it's going to be like a Tia's Prayer, Garuda Shop, the daily bounties, Axies that need to be ascended involved, eggs that need to be morphed, claim and restake AXS, and claim available game rewards. We're just kind of centralizing it a bit more because right now, of course, like, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can navigate, right? Like, you know that to begin your day, you go to the user dashboard and then you do your blessings and you go to Garuda Shop here. You stake through this dashboard too, but then you have to go to the bounty board separately and do those things. And then if you wanted to go to the marketplace, you'd have to go separately to do that. So kind of just merging these things together, making it a lot easier to navigate the website. So I think those are the Axie changes. This will also enhance onboarding process. Yeah, that's correct. New users will be prompted to set up their email and password, activate their Ronin wallet, and purchase their first Axies, which of course is, yes, helping the onboarding system. You can last interacted Axies and pin your favorites. So now we can like bookmark Axies on the marketplace is what I'm presuming this is. Or you pin your own Axies. Okay. So you can pin your own Axies. So if you're like leveling them up on a day-to-day, you don't have to go through your inventory every single time. And if you're like playing with ones that you're tracking that you want to evolve, you can put them there so that as soon as they're ready, you kind of go on that. These are just like minor quality of life changes that will feel good. And if we're getting a revamped website, it's going to look cool too. Like I said, Axie leaderboards will be available too, not just the Premier Bounty Board leaderboards. The Axie wiki is going to be accessible, and this is, I guess, yeah, strategy guides can be found there. This is the link to that website. I don't think I've used Axie wiki before. So
Is this new? I think this might be new.
yeah, it looks like a Notion page. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Notion page, but yeah, it's just, I guess, I mean, guides and stuff in here, but it's not released yet. So hopefully when that goes live, it'll be released. So this is going to be a lot better to send people to when onboarding. Bounty board challenges starting Monday at the bounty board reset. The following changes will take effect. The standard bounty board, we've reduced the standard bounty board's reward pool by 500 AXS, bringing it down to 12k. The daily Atia's blessing quest will now be worth 10 points, down from 15. The Premier Bounty Board, we're adding they're swapping that over, so more money towards the Premier Bounty Board, bringing it to 1500 AXS. The extra AXS will be added to the mid-tier rewards on the leaderboard and will expand to the top 300. So they're going to be rewarding more people than just those at the top, which is cool. And Axie Delegation is coming. It should be launched next month if everything goes according to plan. This is the big one. So this is the big thing here because you can delegate, right? Easy scholarship system models can be implemented. I think we've been asking for this for years, so this is huge. It is big. It is big. Those are the app.axie updates. Other leaks that Paz dropped today. Classic morphing will be coming for Agoma Genesis. Fuck you, Genesis.
Not
Agamo
classic.
Genesis.
Classes.
It's class morphing, so not parts.
So that's origin as well.
This
Agamo
means
Right.
that Agamo Genesis and Mystic Axies will be able to switch classes and use the corresponding route. This is a fucking W. Oh my god!
Dude,
Because
how long did it take you to get to this one?
okay, it took me too long. Oh my gosh, this is a W, bro. Because you see DJ out here right now. DJ, yeah, is killing it. He's got all the parts you need. I'm arguably playing the absolute wrong poison team right now, but this is just, you know, Gila being fucking stupid and just diving in and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna just go with this. It makes sense, and then it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, oh fuck, well now I gotta pay more money for it to make sense. But he's invisible right now. That's how fucking overpowered he is. But DJ's out here with morph cards. He has the full setup. I don't know why it's not showing him. It's kind of sad. But anyway, my boy's here. It's basically a full poison Axie now. But having an aqua class type is so bad because all I can do is what is it? Last wish or whatever the
Yeah, last wish.
yeah. That's all I can do, right?
Well,
So
that's good. Like you can
Bro.
actually fully build like a perfect fucking Mystic team if you
yeah,
want to.
yeah.
Like
So
class type, fucking part type, everything.
this is
Bro,
gonna
you can literally play 3 Mystics.
yeah
Yeah.
You know who
yeah
has 3 Mystics?
you.
You send me one. Send me one.
Ah! Time to use 3 Mystics, bro. You can play any team you want.
But yeah, this is happening. This is huge. This is big for Mystic holders, but this is also going to be huge for Mystic holders who don't play the game. But now we'll get delegation overlap as well. So when delegation comes into effect, they can actually delegate
When
their
is that
Mystic
coming?
axes. It's said next month if everything goes to plan. So September.
Okay. Well,
But
I
it
gotta
should probably
choose.
be.
Am I
It
gonna
probably be. Yeah.
play or am I gonna delegate?
It's mid-season. You'll probably end up delegating because you have timeshare elsewhere, Boot Nation, things, those types of stuff. So,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I
I'll
mean, it's all
probably play when my Mystics are all level 60.
low.
What the fuck? Let's
You're gonna
go.
make someone get them there and then be like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's what the
yeah.
delegation system is all about, right?
It's true, it's
That's
true, it's
true.
true.
That's true.
But yeah, here's Axie Origin Season 10 leaks. Lunacia, the Season 10 arena is almost ready for battle. If everything goes according to plan, Season 10 will kick off August 28th, which is next week. And here are the few things that we're cooking up. The Metamorph V2, of course, is the class aspect here, class morphing, but coming to Mystics and Agamos. A new quality of life feature will be added to the morph screen to allow players to convert choice boxes into class badges with ease. Yes, because I fucking hated having to do that. You check how much you need, you have to go back to your inventory, then you have to redeem them, you have to go back to morph and then redeem it. So that's a nice feature. I'm glad feedback came on that. The purple border effect on morph cards in the hand, draw pile, discard pile, banish pile, keep, discard, and look pop up will be removed during battles. This is to ensure that the border doesn't overlap with the borders that indicate important gameplay mechanics, such as keeper initial, which is a good thing. I'm glad that they're doing that. Note that the Metamorph V2 will not go live during the Season 10 launch. If everything goes well, the ETA for this update is expected to be around the start of Mystic era. So this is probably because they'll wait for delegation to be in tandem with the Mystic class updating, right? So it's like all the reasons to do it are there. Go and do it now. So I think we'll probably see delegation and this feature dropped at the same time. Leaderboard revamp. With the bounty board boosting the mass player earnings, we're consolidating the leaderboard rewards from 30k to 15k players. The top 15k players will now share a massive in a massive 80,000 AXS reward pool. We've added more AXS rewards from
Okay.
rank 11 to 5,000 compared to previous seasons. We're also updating the era AXS ratio to reflect this change. The era AXS ratio changes from 15, 30, 20, 35% of the total prize pool to 20, 30, 20, 30 for rare, epic, mystic, and final eras, respectively. Yeah, I mean, the fact that the bounty board is distributing funds, it's quite a low barrier of entry for most of the in-game things. It's like win 2 matches, right? Like with higher runes and charms than rare, which everyone pretty much should be able to do if they're playing and existing. If they're a brand new player, there might be
I
pain
got a
points.
game.
Okay, that's weird. Hopefully you fucking win this one, bro. I'm not about to end this screen share for you to lose
Sorry,
this game.
bro.
Come on.
We still got 4 more topics too, bro. We gotta speed. We're
I mean,
2 hours in.
I mean, at this point, they're going to be like 10 seconds in the post video. So I'm going to just do title announcements and just say what it is. Come on, Theban! Show me what you fucking got. I noticed that you individually control your units way more than I ever do. Like, I'm always double clicking, which is probably why I'm bad.
Yeah, this is the micro and the kiting. Get a hit, kite. Get a hit, kite. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would have never known what kiting was. So that tells you how many RTS games I've played. That's one thing about Web3 for me is a lot of the games that I'm playing in Web3, it's the first time I'm playing that genre of game. Oh, the cat just did fucking work.
GG.
GG's, that cat did work, bro. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to these leagues. Well done, Thieving. Round of applause for Thieving in the chat. Clap, clap. GG's. Let's fucking go. Here we are back again with these leagues, bro. We gotta get through them. Yeah, but higher rewards for the higher aspects of the leaderboard. The less
this is
players get
amazing.
rewarded. Yeah, this is
It's actually-
you might start playing again. I think because
Bro,
of this.
I'm not. Yeah, I think I might actually start playing just for fun. And yeah, which is broken. It's like super broken. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I might have to start playing for fun again. Like I got 3 mystics lined up that I can just do whatever I want with.
Yeah.
Bruh.
There's more. There's more.
Yeah.
Collectible chests return with 7,000 AXS up for grabs. To celebrate the Metamorph feature, class badge choice boxes will be distributed from Rare to Mystic Era. I needed that because I've ran out and I've been buying gems just to fucking morph shit. So this is a W. According to the highest tier collectible axes, this will be distributed along with the Runes and Charm packs and will be available only in Season 10. So not the off season, but when the season starts. Here's how many class badge choice boxes you can get per era. Mystics and Agomos will give you 120, which allows you to morph maybe like 6. All of them? Yeah, all of them. Wait, no, it's 20. It's 40 per morph. So yeah, you'll be able to morph half of your Axie with this. Origins is going to give you 60. Mio and Mio 2s, Christmas and Shinies are going to give you 40 each. Japanese and Summers 30 each. So I've got a couple of Japaneses, an Origin. No, sorry, not an Origin. A Mio and a Mystic. So I should be alright. I should be okay.
So wait, what is this for?
These are the choice. So for morphing, you have to.
Yeah.
You need to put up. So if I wanted to morph Neo into Gecko, for example,
Okay.
to make it a full like kind of poison axie,
Yeah.
I'd have to put up the bug badges and the reptile badges, right? So and the only way
Okay.
that you got these before was like they were in the daily missions, right? Before, not anymore.
Yep.
They were when we first got starter axes because that was the currency you used to unlock starter axes, and I didn't, so I had like a supply in my inventory of these boxes to the degree of like 500 plus. So I was able to morph completely freely from the jump, but now I've morphed a lot of things, so I don't have any more, and you'd have to go to the shop to buy these morph boxes, right? And they're pretty expensive. Like 2,900 gems is like $20 almost, so they're pretty expensive. So now they're going to be giving them per era based upon the collectible axes you hold, so that you don't actually have to pay to get the boxes, but you still have to pay the SLP token sync. So this is just a very good thing for collectible holders, knowing that they have versatility, because this is basically the thing that allows you to change. Because without this you can't change, so the flexibility is kind of being given to you based upon the holding, but to a degree it's not like OP. You can change anything and everything every single era, but you can change one or two things. Maybe like a certain card in a Jinx comp is better in rare era, but in epic era you want to have the Parasite instead of like a
So
Shoal Star or something like that.
how many of these things you get for owning those collectors? Is that like a one time per season or is like per era?
Per era, right? So like the same
So
way
you
that
get
you
those per era?
yeah, so you know when you start an era, they give you the rewards for having a mystic or a
Yeah.
collectible. It'll be in that.
And
So
you can
yeah,
also buy like
more. Yeah,
those
you can,
shards now.
yeah, you can buy them
Dude,
from
this
the
is
shop.
amazing. Like they're so smart because like these mystic owners, they're essentially whales. So if
Yeah.
like let's say they make a team and they don't like it,
They're gonna
they
just
will
pay to
spend
swap.
to
Yeah,
exactly they will pay to like create a entirely brand new comp.
yeah, yeah. Also, roguelike mode is closing. I'm not gonna go too much into it. To be honest, I'll be dead honest, bro. Like, roguelike mode was cool, but like it's just not for me. It's just not something that go into Origins. I'm like, I want to play roguelike mode. There was a cap. It was fun for a first time experience, but after like 4 or 5 runs, I was like, well, this kind of sucks, and I don't want to build an entire team just for roguelike. And yeah, it didn't capture me like that. So I don't know how the community felt about it. I don't know what the data looks like in terms of participation, but ultimately I don't think it's as successful as maybe they wanted it to be. This was like a test instance. So we'll see. I mean, feedback will be provided, and we'll see how they adjust it. But at the moment, yeah, it's gonna end. And the only reason you would have played it is because there were exclusive roguelike
Runes.
rewards, runes and
Yeah.
charms. that you needed the tickets for. You can see how little I've played it. I've only got 421 tickets because I've done like 4 runs, and then after that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, so I didn't. But roguelike is sunsetting. The scrap shop tweaks. We understand that Runes and Charms is an earning source, for Origin players, and rare Runes and Charms have become too easy to obtain. Damn, this is going to be bad. Let me listen. To balance Runes and Charm accessibility and maintain earnings for Runes and Charms crafters, especially in the rare era, the rare choice box will be replaced with a rare random box. Additionally, we're slightly increasing the cost of epic and mystic choice boxes to maintain the challenge and value of these items. It was already challenging, so that's going to be rough. Like, yeah, like having collectible axes now is going to be almost like you will like the collectible axes is like the fucking battle pass now. Like, it's giving you the access to things that are genuinely hard to get without that
Oh, this is
aspect.
insane.
Yeah.
It would be literally a waste for me not to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
you
I'm saying.
need to
You're gonna be
play.
back.
Like a literal waste. Like,
You're gonna
unless
be
a
back.
scholar, I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah.
like,
They've also got Gauntlet mode improvements. Gauntlet mode was pretty damn cool. I didn't see myself playing it too much because I was just grinding leaderboards, so I'd run out of energy and then be like, oh, I would play a Gauntlet mode right now, but I need stamina, so I can't. But get ready for smarter matchmaking in Gauntlet mode. You'll now be more likely to face opponents with a similar streak as you. Okay, so progressive matchmaking throughout your Gauntlet run. Also, keep an eye out for new feature soon. You'll be able to re-roll your buff list using an in-game item. Note that this feature won't be available at the season launch just yet, but it will be coming in Season 10. So those are all the Origin updates. Shout out to Jatster. These are really fucking cool. I'm looking forward to Season 10 even more now. So that's a fucking W, bro. These are the leaks we're going with today. I think there's classic leaks as well, so I'm gonna have to skim through those because we really do need to show up sharp in a little moment here.
you got somewhere to be, buddy.
I've got to get a flight home to the UK, bro.
Oh shit, that's today.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
This is a follow up to the last classic leak, mainly addressing some of the questions. I don't think we need to really do it, but essentially, newbie tournament is there. The UI is getting revamped. Dope. That's nice. It seemed pretty basic, so that's cool. Reward changes: 200 AXS from the daily MT prize pool has been moved to the golden wheel, reducing the MT prize pool to 500 AXS or 250 AXS per shift. This change is part of testing to the reputation score features and will monitor results to make adjustments if necessary. Additionally, 1000 AXS has been added to the season championship prize pool, bringing the total to 3000 AXS for season 5's SC tournament. Last season, Mystic holders were granted free access to Classic Battle Pass to encourage more gameplay within the Mystic community. However, only 73 Mystic holders participated in the arena, me being one of them. This experiment shows that the free Battle Passes don't significantly increase gameplay amongst Mystic holders. Starting in Season 5, Mystic Axie holders will receive codes granting access to the Premium Pass at a 50% discount. You fuckers! Anyway. Due to the reduction in MT games, the minimum number of wins needed to earn AXS has been adjusted. Players must win 4 out of 6 games in newbie, 2 out of 8 games in pro, and 1 out of 10 games in master to qualify for the AXS rewards. This is cool because it's like in-game daily tournaments and competitive environments you can get involved in. It's actually the one thing I've been playing, but most of the bounty board supports the arena and not this game mode. I think that's a pivot that they could make. Looking forward to the season 5. The guild homepage has been improved, and that's pretty much about it. But you can check all those leaks on X themselves. But that is the past 2 leaks today.
So they said that Mystics holders are not using their code
Yeah,
and
so
like playing, so they decided to lower what they give.
Yeah, it's like counterintuitive,
How does
but
that
like
work?
it just I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. It's
like-
almost like a salty stab at Mystic holders. Like, you didn't want to play, so now you got to pay, you fuckers. Like, we'll make
Okay.
the game a little bit better, but you didn't want to take advantage of
I'll
the
get them
gifts?
to come and play.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense, but I mean, there it is. 50% less. Hey, thanks for the
I love
discount
it.
coupon.
Dude, what is going on? Like, Sakai
Bro,
maybe
Axie
is
is the
right
next
now.
Axie, bro. Always, they're just chugging along. I'm telling you, Origins is becoming just a vastly better experience with time. It's fucking written, bro. It's the prophecy. It just is, bro. It's one of the most complete experiences. Axie as an IP is just fucking so far ahead of so many things, man. It's fucking hilarious that people sleep on Axie still to this day. You stupid motherfuckers.
Man, it's feeling like, bro. They pushed me away with the AXP, and now they're like baiting me back
Yeah, they're like, come
with these
on, bro.
mystics.
You know you want to.
Ah,
You know you want to. All right, there's a few more topics we are going to cover. TMA P2A is live. Holy shit. Moku campaign. If you're on Moku, you should be on Moku if you're Ronin, because that's where you get some rewards, right? And yeah, you just go do the quest. There's a campaign right now that enhances your TMA P2A experience. And there's also leaderboards in that as well, which will be distributed prizes. So if you're competing in the P2A, you may as well be competing on the Moku campaign too. So make sure you marry 2 and 2 together and get active and in that. Yeah, over the next week or so. I think it's only Logic. How long's the campaign? It's like a week long.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll just show you really quick.
Very simple. Yep.
Real quick.
It's almost done. Yeah.
It's almost, yeah. These guys are going, man. They're going. But here you see the Wintang match. No, you know what it is. You know, it's just play the fucking game, bro. You get it done, and you come in here and just redeem it as long as your wallet is linked. Nice and easy for you. Aperon PVE is still live. Logic's got a video right now, bro. So go ahead and check that out. Oh, boys, out here. If you just type in Aperon PVE, you probably gonna get Logic's video. There it is. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and give this shit a like. Subscribe to my bro. Yeah? But PvE is live, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucking live. So make sure if you are looking to prepare for the next season, you can get some apostles. But also, it is actually a fun roguelike experience. So go ahead and try it out today. There's some lore behind it. There's cutscenes. There's different things. Dive deeper into the Aperon ecosystem today. Last but not least, bro, this is a cultural announcement that's got my dick hard as shit. Bro, CyberKong's X9DCC. Why you got such a fucking stupid name? I'm sorry, but shout out to this company, whatever the fuck they are. I'm gonna give you a follow just for talking shit on you right now. But they are. They're getting together, bro. We're having assets, real life assets, and one of the things that is coming is a fucking. You guys say Adidas, I say Adidas. Is what it is, but we're gonna see some clothing, bro. I need the drip me the fuck out, CyberKongs. Drip me out. You already know. All right, you already fucking know. If I don't get a jacket, if I don't get some CyberKongs Adidas clothing, I'm gonna start screwing. I'm gonna fud the shit out your project. No, I'm joking. But bro, drip me out. That's what I'm saying. But this is huge. Like, this is like one of those things that can pull attention from mainstream media, those types of things. So it's a big step. Shout out to the CyberKongs team. And yeah, bro, excited to see what comes from this. We haven't got any reveals on clothing other than this right here. If this is actually the jacket, fucking drip me out. Drip me the fuck out. Okay, that's all. Only other thing we got to talk about today is we were about to release a Moki Mates episode, but it's still under review for the edit to go live. It is with our good friend from the CyberKongs community as well. He's been involved in a lot of their development. He's also been in the Axie community early days. He's also been involved in YGG. Can you guess who it is? If you can't, well, you got to wait till the episode drops. But schedule for dropping that episode is the start of next week. So keep your eyes peeled. The next Moki Mates episode will be out there. We already have 2 more recorded and being edited. One of them is about to be edited right now. So Moki Mates is live. If you haven't watched the first Moki Mates yet, like, go ahead and give it a view, bro. We speak with Bruce. It's a fun time. We play Moki Pochi at the same time as interviewing these guests. And there's also going to be a competitive leaderboard with all of the people. All right, there's going to be a competitive leaderboard with all the participants. But yeah, we had our first episode with Bruce. So if you haven't seen it, you gotta go see it, bro. Go give it a watch, okay? And on that note, I've got to get the fuck back to the UK. I need to do my daily bounty board as well, so I've got shit to do. And I know you degenerates have games to go and play. So, you know, we've come to that time of the show where I have to say goodbye. And I really don't want to. We had some fucking awesome conversations today, Theban. I'm glad you came through, added a ton of value. Thank you for adding fucking 15 timestamps to this episode that I now have to go process for an edit. But I'm glad you came through, man. It's good to talk to you again.
Yeah, nice. And I just want to say, the UK have a message for you.
Yeah.
they don't actually want you back, so you don't have to go.
That's good because I'm there for a week, 2 weeks, and I'm fucking off again. So fuck them. Fucking shit economy, shit country.
What time?
It,
You
it,
gotta.
it looks
What
like
time
a
is your
shit
flight?
country.
My flight is in 3 hours.
Bro, what are you doing here then? Get
Bro,
going.
that plane will wait for me. No, I'm joking. I'll make it. Don't worry. I'll be there. I'm packed. I'm ready to go. I just need to finish my dailies, take a shit, and then get in a car. So, you know, it's good. It's good. It's good. All right, then. Logic, anything else?
That's it. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right, my friends. Thank you so much. It's been the Ronin Radio. We'll be back on Tuesday where we'll be in the Moku Discord for Woku Radio because Mokis are taking over radios and it's going to be fun time because we're speaking with lots of fun people. We also have, oh shit, let me drop this real quick for you lot. We have motherfucking Runiverse team coming through on Tuesday to the Woku Radio. So be there or be fucking square. I'm going to talk to Bear Snake. And if we can get some motherfucking rewards out to you guys within the Runiverse ecosystem, we definitely will. So big incentives. And we're also going to be playing the game live there on the radio. So if you're playing and you want to join up and be part of the experience, Tuesday is the day. Put it in your calendars, put it in your diaries. Fucking shout it from the rooftops, make a tweet about it, do whatever the fuck you got to do. But thank you guys for tuning in today. We are going to work on episode promotions because although we had more than 100 people in the stream, we only managed to reach about 30 people here in the Ronin Discord, and I think we can do much fucking better than that. So any feedback, anything that you guys have, how did you discover today's show? How did you manage to find your way to this Discord? Let me know. Just at me on X, you know. Talk to our X account. It's ran by a beautiful human being, and I'm sure you'll be noticed. All right, but give us some feedback. We're gonna work on our promotion aspect, and yeah. But thank you guys for coming through. I hope you have a fucking amazing weekend, and get ready, bro. Monday, Runiverse CBT. I'm signing out. Logic, love you. I'll catch you in a bit. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Pay stream, you fuckers. I gotta go. I gotta get on a plane. So have a great time.